Ba, 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 da. All right, what's happening, y'all? We are back. ABP Reactions Live. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? We back. Shout out to the pit. You know what I'm saying? We be over there on Kick, man. So, you know, that's why I be warming up the party at. We be over on Kick, ABP Network, home of the ABP Network. Make sure y'all jump on Kick, download Kick if you haven't already. Make sure y'all run that up, subscribe to that. And also, make sure, you know what I'm saying, it's football Sunday tomorrow, prize picks. Make sure you get your picks in. I'm going to be dropping mine on my IG. And I'll probably put it right here on YouTube, too, so y'all can see it on the post tab. But make sure I use code ABP. Drop $5, get $50 instantly. Prize picks. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs. All right, so we got some reactions, man. We got some reactions lined up that we're going to do today right here on ABP Reactions, on the ABP Reactions channel. We got Jeezy snitch allegations, man. We're going to get into that. I thought I saved it, but I don't see it. Oh, there it go, right there. We got the Jeezy snitch allegations, y'all. They saying Jeezy did some snitching, allegedly, on Big Meats, BMF, all that. We're going to get to the bottom of that. We're going to dig in. Let's see what we find out. Also, Tim Westwood, radio host, the radio freestyle overseas UK radio show legend. He got some allegations, man, that came out behind the scenes and now is in the forefront. And he's in a nasty, nasty, nasty scandal. Multiple allegations of grape and SA. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. So we're going to react to that. We're going to get familiar with what's going on with that. We have Point and Shoot, an expose on Adam 16. So we're going to react to that. Let's see what's going on. The Ace Pit said he exposed bootleg Kev and dropped some information on getting 80s house swatted. So we're going to dig into that. You know what I'm saying? Let's react to that. And then also, Pooh Shiesty is out. I was just informed that he got into it with Whack 100. Pooh Shiesty just got out a couple days ago. And already he's into it online, allegedly, or allegations have been put on him online by Whack 100. Snitch allegations, and the lawyer has now stepped in. So we're going to react to that, too, as well. And I think that's where we're going to stop it at right there. We're going to do 4 reactions. Check those out. So right now, if you're chilling at home, if you're chilling at work, if you motherfucking on a roll, if you tuned in, whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying, make sure you're chilling, got your music up, got your TV up, your volume up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to dig deep into these motherfucking reactions right now and find out what is going on. Get your motherfucking popcorn in the chat. Ace is in the chat, popcorn in the chat. And let's get to it. Let's get to it. Where should we start? Should we start with Adam 16? Should we start with Tim Westwood? Should we start with Pooh Shiesty? Or should we start with Young Jeezy? Where y'all want to start at, y'all? Where you want to start at? Let's see. Let's go, man. Fuck it. We're going to go with the first one, man. Point and shoot. Let's get it. We're going to go with the first one. Let's go. Hold on. Let me pull my shit up, bro. All right. Make sure the volume is up. All right. Boom. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. This one is called Adam 16. Ex-best friend is leaking his text messages, and it's bad. Point and Shoot, the sheriff, is here with another expose. And last time I reacted to Point and Shoot sheriff expose on Brandon Bucci Bear, Kung Fu Panda, what I call him, shit, I done forgot, Sensei LaBoo-Boo. You know what I mean? It started a 2-week war. Let's see what's happening. I'm ready for 2 more weeks of war. Let's go.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about this crazy situation involving the New Hampshire cuck and his former best friend who is now leaking their old text messages. And these text messages are extremely disgusting and incriminating, and the 16 does not want anyone to see them. He wants to suppress them. He wants to bury them, never to be seen again. But unfortunately for him, that ain't going to happen, because I'm putting them on full blast in this video today, and he's going to be very upset about me doing this. And that's just going to make it so satisfying. But full disclosure, these are screenshots being leaked by a dangerous internet troll. An internet troll who has been described as a neo-Nazi troll enforcer by many people in the No Jumper universe. He is a very twisted guy. So I just want to point that out, because these text messages might be doctored up or photoshopped or whatever, but I don't think so. I think these are 100% real. And so I'm going to be providing the evidence that supports my opinion in this video, but I want to start here because this tells the story of what's been going on.
Wait. Is that Yazzers? This point may contain something that infringes someone else's copyright. Wait, Yazzers got hit? Oh. Wait, Yazzers? Oh, Yazzers, they hit my dog? They done hit the motherfucking Ace Pit General? They done hit Yazzers' page? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, fuck.
So the 16 has been sending people copyright strikes on Instagram. Anyone that makes any sort of Instagram post that uses his content to criticize him, he sends copyright strikes to. And Starvin says that the 16 deleted his Instagram with copyright strikes to hide the DMs in that Instagram profile. He wanted to get rid of it because those DMs held a secret. And that secret is that the 16, apparently, according to this troll, who I believe, by the way, he apparently tried to get this troll to swat AD, for his old co-host that he no longer is friends with. He tried to get apparently tried to get AD's house swatted.
Now, we had got this message this week. We had got this. AD got it first, and then he sent it to me. And I said, what? I saw the actual shit, the screenshot. AD got it directly from the source of who Adam was talking to. Directly from the source. And I said, this nigga done lost his motherfucking mind. This is the internet, so we ain't gonna talk. Let's just keep going.
For fun.
We ain't gonna say, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. You don't play with where niggas' kids lay their heads at, Adam. You don't play with where niggas where their kids lay their heads at, brother. I don't know how y'all play on that side, but we don't play that over here, brother.
And I want to just show you this. Look at this. This is according to We Starvin. He says, Adam nuked at We Starvin because on April 28th, 2024 at 6:56 p.m., he asked me to swat Armand through IGDM. So that's a fucking pretty much. So the 16, it sounds like, is asking people to commit felonies on his behalf. That's very serious. And I think it's very true. And I think everyone who's, so AD responded to this, and AD used to be very close friends with the 16. And I think AD knows what the 16 is capable of because of the conversations held off camera. I think AD understands fully that this is probably real. And so AD responded, and this is what AD said. He said, don't play with my household and kids, and I won't play with yours, Adam 16, because I got some shit that'll make your stomach turn with your family. Keep it content, or let's let it fly.
What? Oh, yeah. We got a big one. Adam, never forget, we got a big one. You remember what you wanted to do and the price you was willing to pay.
And I'm seeing this and I'm going, please.
We got a big one, nigga.
My whole body is just pulsating and just vibrating with excitement when I'm reading this. I'm like, oh my God, please. So, and this is a message to you, AD. If you have information that we deserve to know about, and you're just for whatever reason withholding it from us and not telling us this important information, then you're my enemy. What? So I just wanted to show people this. This isn't leaked text messages. This is just an exchange that I found to be disturbing.
I said that you're my enemy. Shout out Point and Shoot, bro.
And I determined that it was extremely important for people to know about. So I just want to start with that. But now I want to show you guys some of these alleged leaked texts, because if they're true, it proves that the 16 is actually obsessed with me. And he wants to be me and imitate. He wants to pretty much follow he looks up to me. He's like my little bitch boy. And so look at this text. If this isn't him, then I don't know what the fuck's going on, because this sounds just like he talks.
If I do a 15-minute video where I perfectly imitate / parody point and shoot and make fun of T-Rail, it'll get like 100% positive feedback.
He's so worried about, you can tell this is him because
that nigga infatuation with T-Rail is crazy, bro. Like, his infatuation, like, what is it, bro? Like, damn, nigga, it's been like, what, 3 years now? 4 years? You still over here worried about T-Rail and, like, I'm going to start a channel? You're going to start a channel just so you can make content to go at T-Rail? That's how bored you are, bro? Like, my nigga, let it go, bro.
he's worried about positive feedback. Why the fuck would anyone? I mean, if this is a forgery, this is award-winning stuff.
I was thinking about doing a point and shoot style video about
A point and shoot style. So I have my own style. I thought I was a copier, a copyright. What? I thought I was stealing content. Point and shoot style. What the fuck do you even mean by that, cuck? You need to explain yourself. So this is probably real. I mean, I would bet the house on it that this is real. I've always known that the 16 watches.
This is for show real, nigga. You can see how cuz that's some shit that nigga would say for show. He's so cheesy. I should just become point and shoot for BOF and use an AI voice.
Is everything that I do. He steals my jokes. He steals my material and presents it as his own to try to get laughs on his own. He wants to. He's obsessed with me. I don't know how else to say it. He's obsessed. And I have evidence. I have clips that would, satisfy the evidentiary standard of proof in this situation. He steals my stuff. I want to show you. So everyone remembers that roast that's on my Instagram right now, where I roasted Jala.
Jala is my roast.
And during the roast,
No, this is a sick picture. Hey, Flacco, shout out. What is going on in this picture, though, man? What the fuck is going on? Is that a Miri? I think it got the Miri sweater. My nigga Flacco. Wait, hold on. You know what? Have anybody seen Flacco since the surgery? He was supposed to be getting the surgery. Has he been back yet to show his results? Because I just thought about that. We be reacting to his face on his reaction videos, but has he shown? He supposed to be slimmer now. That's what he said. I don't know. Amiri with the pinstripe slacks is amazing, bro. Shout out to Flacco with the Birkenstock sandals. This nigga is top tier.
It made some comments about prescription pants and some other stuff. Pinstripe cargo slacks. What? That's insane. These are prescription only. These pants. These were prescribed by a doctor, a bariatric doctor, a doctor who deals with a lot of fat people. And he's got look at these. These are the Minyango Airs. What? Really, really disrespectful to have this. And he's got his butt crack out. His butt crack runs all the way up to his shoulder blades. So you know that his butt crack is fully exposed to this couch. These blankets that you're seeing, this blanket that he's sitting on, that's not by mistake. They put those on there because of Jala's crack. And you can see Lush scooted his, he's like, I'm not trying to sit on fucking Jala's disgusting tarps. What? These are
This nigga point and shoot voices is funny, dog. Why you sound just like Lush, though?
Jala tarps. So he's like, nah, fool, I ain't sitting on that shit. I know what goes on in that motherfucker. On West Los, homie. And so Jala's fully extended. He looks like he's doing the crane. So I make the comment during this analysis about these prescription pants, which isn't a joke in any way. This is just because people thought this was funny doesn't mean it's a joke.
Shit,
this is real. Do these look like over-the-counter pants to you? What? These are definitely prescription. And so I make the comment, and people thought it was so funny. They were posting it in the Reddit, and they were sending super chats over and over again about the prescription pants.
Dr. Umar wrote the scripts for Flacco's prescription pants.
Yo,
Prescription pants? Oh,
Prescription pants. Hey, come on, man. One time for point and shoot, bro. This nigga is funny, dog. I could definitely see why that nigga hates point. This nigga point and shoot will fucking take some of the smallest shit and make funny ass moments out of that shit on your show and make all your hosts look crazy, bro. Point and shoot is deadly, dog.
oh my God,
listen.
that's crazy.
No, bro, listen, yo. Like,
Yeah, they're
listen,
tight.
yo.
They're tight.
I have the most unique takes.
Now, I want to just say here that all Reddit posts that reference point and shoot get deleted from the Reddit because of, they want to, the 16 thinks he's hiding me from his audience, which is idiotic because everyone knows about me at this point. It's just completely stupid to try to suppress me. It makes him look even goofier than he already is. But to suppress me and delete any references to me and make sure no one talks about me on No Jumper, but then turn around and steal my material, that's a clear violation.
Stole his
this.
joke.
We got to get some fat dudes. We got to get some skinny dudes. We got to get
I
some.
got a fat boy. You trying to replace Flacco?
Shit, if we find somebody fat enough.
Double zeros.
Prescription pants.
I feel like
Oh, you stole the nigga joke. That's plagiarism, brother. You done stole point and shoot joke, bruh. The nigga that you hate, that you supposedly don't watch his content, you done stole the nigga's shit. Oh, what a fucking clown.
And this is really egregious because it's not just one instance. I mean, he's recycling my stuff also, and he can't think of anything. Look at him trying to think of something to say, something funny, something that'll get the chat going. And he's looking around, he's brainstorming. He can't come up with anything, so he steals mine.
you see that? You already
That's
talking.
not part
He
of my
gets paid
job
in prescription
description.
pants.
As of yet.
Oh, Mark. Come on. You're 0 for 2 right now, Adam. Come on, bro. You don't even know how to make it land. Hey, listen, this nigga stole the nigga joke, and the delivery both times is trash. Come on, bro. You out of pocket, dog.
And it doesn't stop there. He's also saying things like Jala.
Frederick Jala is my real
Look
name.
at this.
Is that too much to ask?
Surviving poetic Jala is funny as
Do I sound?
our gay friend Jala.
So he's saying what I say. He's doing what I do. He's trying to figure out how to become something like me. He really admires me, this cuck.
I need that.
Win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw, Lush. Besides my last name, meet me outside.
Play by my name.
Oh my god.
How dare you talk bad about the Jalas?
That's ridiculous.
Oh my God. You're just killing all his material, bro. This nigga takes point and shoot material and just drags it through the mud. It's unfunny. It's corny. It's cheesy. Damn, bro. Leave that nigga, leave his content alone, bro. Let bro land his jokes in his style, in his fashion. Cause you killing him, bro. You just putting cheese all over him, bro.
I'm just saying.
41 years old, by the way. Look at this. Look at this hat. Look at the beard. He's dyed his beard jet black, his eyebrows, his hair jet black. This is a counterfeit scalp. He's legally bald, as we all know. He went to Turkey and got another hair transplant, which he's going to need another hair transplant very soon.
God,
look at his fucking beard. He thinks that this looks good. He thinks that this looks. Even his wife is like, "Don't do this anymore," and he still does it.
Oh,
this is because
my
something's
God.
wrong with him. He did this to himself, looked at himself in the mirror, and then left his house and went in public and was, proud of the way he looked. This is delusion. This is Brendan Schaub level delusion. He doesn't even look like a real person. He looks like he's dressed up as something, like he's doing an SNL sketch or something. You know what I mean? Look at this. Something's got to be wrong with this cuck. He thinks.
Dog, there's no way. This nigga, I can see why Adam hates this nigga, bro. This nigga take the smallest situations, bro, and make it like he just zoomed in. Look at this picture at the right time, though. Look how Adam look crazy, bro. This nigga he dyed his beard and his hair that's not really his hair. Nigga dyed fake hair, bro. This shit is out of pocket, bro.
See, he looks good and he's always showing off his body. His body is hoopty as fuck. Look at this next clip. He wants everyone to see how tan his legs are, his thighs.
Blanket is crazy.
That's crazy.
Yo,
if I had a blanket, I'd be
Native
using it right
American
now.
slander, bro.
Yo,
The white man
I want
did
to
that
get a
long time ago.
screenshot.
We're not
Snatched up
doing-
all that shit.
I don't want to say what I want to say.
Screenshot.
That's gonna be crazy. But we're not doing that.
Oh, wow.
See, now he's
Pause, bro.
Oh, wow.
Pause,
now
bro.
he's getting gay. See, you did
I just
that.
wanted to do that for
I
the
had him in a
Reddit.
good spot.
I got a bad sunburn going, man. I passed out in my pool for 2 hours.
Come on, man. This is why I be like, this is why I never, even when the homies was over there, they used to let this nigga say like dick jokes to him and shit. Like, bro, that's weird as fuck. Why you stand up showing niggas yo, that's like showing a nigga your dick print. You know what I mean? Like, y'all just sitting there like, he's crazy. You niggas is weirdos, man.
there you go, crazy.
And Ralph.
Adam is crazy, man. Adam is crazy, man. Adam is crazy. Shut your ass up.
Over here, he's like, you got the white boys on, man. You crazy,
your ass up,
man. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, point and shoot. I'm with you, girl. Shut the fuck up.
It's completely inappropriate for the 16 to stand up and show everyone his groin area like that. when it's obvious that he's not showing off his sunburn, he's showing off his tan. He thinks his legs look amazing. He's been looking at these legs in the mirror all week.
Why is Ralphie so like keep cheesing? What's up with Ralphie? He ain't stopped laughing yet. Hey Ralphie, what's going on? Why you keep laughing? What's so funny? He can't like. What's up, bro? You good? Are you straight? What's happening?
Weekend. He's been oiling them.
Look, he can't stop laughing. What's going on?
Up. He's been getting them tan. He's been shaving his thighs. He dyed his
I'm on niggas, cuz.
beard and
I'm
his
on
hair.
niggas.
He
What is going on?
lotioned up his thighs and he came into work
Pause.
feeling like a sex bomb. And he wore these powder blue shimmery short shorts so that people could see how amazing he thinks he looks.
Pause.
And he wanted people to know it. But the problem is these legs look like they belong to a lesbian grandma. What? And I think it's really glaring that he says,
I fell asleep by the pool on a Saturday for 2 hours and no one woke me up, even though I have a preschool age daughter running around the house right now.
I mean, what a shitty father that he's able to fall asleep on a Saturday by the pool when he has a daughter that needs raising. So I just wanted to throw that in there because I happen to think
This nigga is crazy, dog. This nigga, point and shoot really, he's deadly because in order for point and shoot to even catch this shit, he got to watch all y'all shit. So he watches this shit. So this is really like somebody who studies and watches and then takes it, dissects it, and exposes it on some how corny and creepy and shit. That nigga point and shoot is deadly, bro.
the 16 is an absentee father and just a very bad father in general. And I feel sorry for his daughter. Okay. So let's go to this next little leak text message that I want to show you. This was posted to my Instagram story before, but I want to show you guys here on YouTube. This appears real to me. And it lines up perfectly with the events. December 5th was the day that I got my first copyright strike.
Damn.
So how would we starve and know that? I mean, if he went and found that out somehow, then bravo. This is an amazing forgery, but I think this is real. And again,
Damn.
it sounds like the 16.
We striked mad point and shoot content yesterday and one of them already got taken down.
That sounds just like him. I'm sorry. And so I think that there's a conspiracy that's been going on for the last year where I think that Troy Terrain, the 16 of Nashua, Jala the Hutt, and Secretly Gay Josh have been conspiring against me.
Secretly gay Josh. Secretly gay Josh is funny, cuz. I think a wife left of her. Did Josh's wife leave him, cuz? What is he doing now? Is he secretly gay? Is he gay? Is he sleeping with the staff over there? The male staff at No Jumper? Hey, Josh, you waggot! You over there sleeping with your employees, bro?
To try to hurt my channel, to try to get my channel taken down. And I got a big problem with that.
Secretly
and it's never
gay
going to
Josh.
happen. And it's point and shoot forever. So, so this looks 100% real. And I wanted this to be in the record so that it can be easily referenced in the future if I decide to take further legal action against. Because I got a lawsuit dropping next week, guys. I'm very serious. I wouldn't lie to you. I wouldn't say I'm suing someone unless I was suing them. It's happening. It's going to, people are getting sued, but it's only because I'm defending my own self.
Whoa.
I would never go out and sue someone just because of, whatever. I have no choice but to sue. So it's point and sue, motherfucker. What? So, I just wanted to point that out. But this next leak is really interesting. Look at this one. This one here says,
Bootleg Kev told me that the radio station that Brown Bagger on is considering giving FMW a radio show.
So this
All right. Bootleg Kev. Bootleg Kev. Bootleg Kev. We gonna get to the bottom of this, brother, man. You know the potato is coming. Bootleg Kev, the potato is coming. Just know that. You know me, so you know I'm coming. But what the fuck? It was only 2 people that knew about this shit. And it was crazy when we heard that Adam say that. I mean, we wasn't, like, you can't stop shit. But we was like, who the fuck? Who the fuck? But look at that. See? What's done in the dark always comes to the fucking light. It's no getting around it, brother. It's no getting around it, brother. So you went and you found out the information and you ran to this motherfucker. And this motherfucker, corny ass prescription parents, like stealing niggas' jokes and stealing niggas' information. And he tries to break the news like it's groundbreaking news. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right. But you know, can't stop greatness because we're the #1 Sunday show on radio. Check the stats, nigga. Shout out to Power 106.
This is pretty. So let me explain what this is. So Bootleg Kev, as we all know, is like the #1 hip hop interviewer guy on the West Coast. And of course, what I mean by that is Bootleg Kev gets all the A-list celebrity hip hop performers and stars that the 16 could never get. And the 16 is very jealous of Bootleg Kev. He hates Bootleg Kev. He looks at Bootleg Kev as a little ass bitch that should not even be in the game. But for some reason, Bootleg Kev has this allegiance to the 16. He has this like a loyalty to the 16 of Nashua. It's really bizarre. And so what we're looking at here is it looks like the 16 is giving this information to We Starvin' that was given to him by Bootleg Kev in confidence. And it looks like Bootleg Kev is pretty much giving information that was given to him by FMW Figmunity World, which are the 16's enemies. So Bootleg Kev is giving the 16...
Bootleg Kev, you just been added to the op list. Ace Pit, do what you do when you see him online.
Inside information about his enemies. So Bootleg Kev is compromised at this point. I was coming around to the guy. I was going to forgive him for all he's done, but now I fucking don't know what to make of him. I think that maybe he's untrustworthy. Maybe he's a snake. Now, can I prove any of this? No. Am I stating this as a statement of fact? No. I'm just saying that it looks like he did, and I believe that he did. So if he did, that's a snake move, isn't it? Because that's a very snake-worthy thing to do. If he's friends with the guys at Figmunity World and he's giving the 16, their sworn enemy, information about what they've got going on, I'm wondering why he's doing that, especially because the 16 has no respect for him. The 16 doesn't have any respect for Bootleg Kev. He wishes Bootleg Kev's channel was gone and that Bootleg Kev was homeless. The 16 of Nashua held a podcast where the quote-unquote self-proclaimed kings of hip-hop media all united and assembled. Bootleg Kev was not even mentioned one time the entire podcast. Wasn't recognized for anything. The whole
Wow. That is, I never even looked at it like that, but that is crazy when you think about it. Like, if Bootleg Kev is here in LA and he's doing all the big artists, because he also does like a 2-in-1. When he records, it's for radio, but he also keeps stuff for his own podcast. So he does like a 2-in-1. And he got all the big dogs that go through there. So technically, if you're talking about hip hop media, you would have to say he's one of the, I mean, he's the only one getting all those big radio A-listers and B-listers and all that on the West Coast for sure. All those, like, because it's part of radio, so he just so happens to keep it for his podcast as well. But yeah, he should definitely be, if that's your man's, nigga. It's like who have they set with that? Bootleg Kev has set with all the big dogs, right? Like, I'm looking at Academics for show. Traveler Ross does like great reaction recap, them 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour recap videos about breaking down situations in hip hop. Vlad, he has classic with the OG older artists. He got not too many younger artists go over there no more. Whack 100 is hip hop media. I wouldn't say Whack 100 is hip hop media, but he's definitely part of the culture. But he's not hip hop. Whack has like his own lane, that like exposure lane where he exposing niggas' paperwork. That's not really hip hop. That's more like street. But he is part of the culture based on he's tied into the hip hop world. Adam, I would say Adam was hip hop, but now his shit is just all gang culture content. So I think he needs to be stripped of that title. He's not hip hop media no more. You're not hip. No, I don't even know the last. What was it like the last big hot artist to sit with Adam 16? Who was the last big hot artist to sit with him? Like that mattered. Like people don't even want to go there no more. It was a point in time where people want to come to LA and go there, but nobody wants to go there no more. I don't know, shit, man. You got all the hottest, local up and coming gangbangers. All I ever see on that motherfucker. I don't know, man.
The whole thing. Nobody respects him, even though he deserves their respect. They refuse, and Bootleg Kev seems to like them and look up to them like a little twerp, it seems. So I just was like, wow, Bootleg Kev is like feeding the 16 information on his enemies. Why is he doing that? And so We Starvin is exposing all of this stuff, and this is what we got. Look, Bootleg Kev blocked him, and it's just getting bad. So that's pretty crazy.
Blocked him? Wow, okay. This is interesting, y'all.
Easy. Now, some honorable mentions posted by We Starvin here are so he's saying that Almighty Dodson has knowledge of a lot of this stuff about Troy Terrain and stuff striking my channel. I don't know how he would know that, but he says, after all, Adam is the one who nuked Almighty Dodson's channel after he got fired from No Jumper.
What? Wow. His channel did get zapped. I remember that. Almighty channel got zapped. But why did they? It was like, wasn't Almighty like on stream and it got zapped for something? That's crazy. Because Almighty just came on Community and he said the reason he's still cool with Adam and went back to No Jumper is because Adam never did nothing to him and Adam didn't go off on him when he left. So that's why he went back. But now, how would you feel if you were Almighty Suspect and you found out the reason your page, the page where all your music videos, because Almighty was doing his live streaming on the same page all his music videos was on as an artist. He was doing it on his artist page. The page where all your music videos are as an artist and you live stream from is now no longer because of the guy that you thought did nothing to you and never said anything bad about you. Come to find out, he's the reason your page is gone. How would you feel? How would you feel? He literally just said on Community, I went back to No Jumper because he never done nothing to me. He never said nothing bad. He snapped on everybody who leave. He didn't snap on me. Well, he did one worse. He got rid of your channel. Fuck snapping on you. He got rid of your money. He took the way you make money. He stripped that of you, brother. Is that a nigga you want to work for? A nigga who want to see you starve? A nigga who want to end your existence? Your musical career? Damn. That's deep, bro.
So he's going after, and he struck Lush's, or he was talking about wanting to strike Lush's channel. The 16 just is using copyright just to strike people's channel. It's not because of infringement. It's because of he wants to do harm. What a beta cuck. Wow. And so the 16's neo-Nazi former henchman is letting it fly, and he's got all the stuff. I mean, people should be following him on Instagram, really. I don't endorse him. We're not good friends at all, but he's got a lot of insights into this cuck that I think are extremely important. I think people should see if it's, and I believe it's true. I can't prove any of it. It's not anything I can be sued for, but it's my opinion, and it's something I'm looking. The dates all line up. I mean, this all just seems like it's very real. And so with that being said, that's a video, guys. Thank you so much for watching this all the way through and for subscribing to this new channel. It's Point and Shoot Forever, and I'm going to be putting little, whatevers on this channel. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this channel. I just thought I'd start another one just in case things went south.
Wow. That is fucking crazy, y'all. Wow. Shout out Point and Shoot, man. Shout out Point and Shoot. Shout out Point and Shoot. Y'all make sure y'all follow his new side channel. This is the new video. It's the first video up on a side channel called Adam16, ex-best friend is leaking his text messages. And it's bad. This is a nasty recap, man. This just shows you like some people they are making it seem like they don't care at all what's going on with the other side. Case in point, FMW, I don't care what those guys have going. They're falling off. They're blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, you're hard at work. You're hard at work trying to end the existence of FMW. You're trying to end the existence of your coworkers, your ex-coworker, your ex-employees. You're trying to end the existence of Point and Shoot. Like, bruh, get a fucking life, my boy. But damn, you took Almighty page, his artist page. You notice the page he worked hard on, all his music videos, everything. And you got his page zapped, dog. You got his page zapped, bruh. That's dirty. And Bootleg Kev, I'm gonna see you, nigga. You gonna have to talk to me, sucker. Bootleg Kev. Yeah, we gonna talk. We gonna talk. Shout out Bootleg Kid. We gonna talk. I'm gonna keep it like that for the end. Shout out Bootleg Kid. Yeah, man. Let me know what y'all think about this shit in the comments section, man. Everybody head to the comment. I know y'all in the chat right now. Head to the comments section and let me know. That way, what y'all say is gonna stick and people is gonna see it underneath this video. In the chat, it's gonna disappear. In the comments section, we're gonna see what you got to say about Adam 16. And I want to hear what the Ace Pit has to say about Bootleg Kev. Right now. Take it to the comments section. Fuck the chat. Take it to the comments section. Smash the like. I'm going to give you 2 seconds. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. Interesting, guys. Very interesting. That is very interesting, man. Bootleg Kev, that's a shocker, brother. That's a shocker. That's a shocker. Especially, okay, because, I mean, you know, you're at a competitor radio station. Power 106 and Real 92, that's competitor radio stations. And, you know, there's certain things in contracts you can't do or talk about or step on toes with other stations. So that could be some legal shit, man, you know, and Power 106 could play it how they want to play it. I don't, listen, man, it ain't that deep for me. I'm not going to take it to court over no shit like that, you know. That's not my swag. But, you know, Power 106 could play ball if they want to play ball. That's not cool. You talking business affairs. Damn. Gee. That's not cool. That's not cool, bro. That's not cool. All right, y'all. That was Point and Shoot. Shout out to the sheriff. Free the sheriff. They keep zapping his channel. They keep trying to take him out. They zapping his videos. But, you know, y'all got to get y'all shit on. Y'all got to check that out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to the Ace Pit. Shout out to all y'all. All right. So, boom. We banged that one out, y'all. Point and Shoot, Adam. Bang that one out. Next, we got, let's go. All right. Jeezy snitch allegations. Tim Westwood got 4 grape charges. Pooh Shiesty versus Wack. Snitch allegations. Let's watch that one. Let's go Pooh Shiesty and Wack. Let's see what's going on, man. Pooh Shiesty just got out of jail and already at it, allegedly. I don't know the details of it yet. I don't know if they physically talked or if Wack just came out and said he had paperwork. And I don't know if Pooh Shiesty has yet to get on a radio show or a clubhouse or do an interview. I don't know. I haven't seen anything, so I ain't gonna say that they had a verbal dispute. Let's find out. That's why I want to watch and find out. Let's find out.
Age don't matter to them.
Hold on, y'all. Let's find out.
Big bank.
All right, boom, boom. Let's see what it do, man. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. This one is called Pooh Shiesty accused of snitching by Wack 100, but Pooh's lawyers exposed the truth. Let's get into it.
Big Bank Hank. Wack looking crazy because the lawyer's shooting down every point he's trying to make.
All right, so today we're going to be talking about Pooh Shiesty, right? He was just released from prison the other day. Back in October of 2020, he was involved in a series of incidents in Florida that actually led to him being incarcerated. This included a gas station shooting, a robbery involving a drug deal, and an assault at a strip club, right? In January of 2022, he pleaded guilty to 1 federal conspiracy charge related to possessing firearms in furtherance of violent and drug trafficking crimes. This plea resulted in the dismissal of 3 other charges, including a Hobbs Act robbery charge, which could have led to a life sentence. Now, Pooh Shiesty was sentenced to 63 months, so 5 years and 3 months in federal prison. He served approximately 3 years of that before being released in early October 2025, right, just a couple of days ago. His early release was due to a combination of time time served and good behavior. And as far as the general public is concerned, they seen it as Pooh Shiesty stood on all 10. He did his time. He got to come home. Right. Well, today we've got this rumor, this speculation that Pooh Shiesty somehow cooperated in his case coming back to light. And of course, this is thanks to Whack 100.
This nigga Whack, hey, Whack always find a way to find out if, I don't even know, do people, listen, this is my thing. Let me ask y'all. As a consumer, as a viewer, at this point, y'all done seen in the last 2-3 years, 5 years, y'all probably done seen over 100 artists get snitch allegations put on them. At this point, you know when stuff happens so much, you start to get numb to it. You start to get numb to it. Not because you want to or you're trying to. It just gets to the point where you hear it so much, it gets so distasteful, like you don't even care no more. Like, man, you know, at this point, I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, where are you at as a consumer and a viewer right now with hearing this person's a snitch, this person's a snitch, this person's a snitch, this person? Do you even care anymore? Like, and that's what I think is so many accusations. It's to the point where people don't care no more. It's like, that's why everybody's doing it, because they like, fuck it, everybody else doing it. I'm gonna do it too. Fuck it. And that's what I'm starting to see, a snowball effect. It feels like a snowball effect. Because at one point, if you heard somebody was a snitch, that was rare. It was rare to hear that shit. Like, what? He snitched. He could never come back to the hood. He could never show his face in the city. He could never do this. He gonna get killed. He gonna get that, blah, blah, blah. That's how snitching used to be. But now, he a snitch. And the next week, he drops a hot record. He announces a tour. He goes on all these podcasts. He do the Pop the Balloon challenge. Everybody loves him. Everybody wants to sit with him. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Do y'all care or not care?
Right. I don't know if you guys remember, but back about 3-4 years ago when all this first went down, Whack 100 had claimed this exact same thing. He was like, oh, Pooh Shiesty, I got paperwork on him. Just like Whack says about anybody, right? It's getting to the point with Whack 100 where if you're a human breathing air, Whack 100 probably has paperwork on you. If Jesus was resurrected and walked the earth again, Whack 100 would swear to God he has paperwork on Jesus. But I see this topic is making more headlines. People are starting to talk about it again because Whack 100 went over on Academics live stream, and basically now that Pooh Shiesty is released, he reapproached the situation. All right, so before we talk about it, I just want to play y'all the clip.
We got to get the official certification. I announced it on the gram. We have Pooh Shiesty who's back home, and he's the only rapper of recent time who came home, never snitched. Is that true or not? The exposers, I heard they did a whole thing on it. We need to know what's the deal.
Well, here goes the thing. You know, I had his attorney 11 months ago on my channel.
Really?
Yeah, I sent you the link. You got the link. The disposal was, we had his attorney. But he made some points. We made some points. But the point that he had to clear up, he was supposed to send the paperwork, and he gave me the word he was going to send it, and he never sent it. Now, I will tell you this. I looked at my phone today, and the exposer's been working overtime, and they got all kind of new paperwork.
Wait, what?
And I ain't ready. But the way they talking crazy on this text blast, hold on, Ak, I'm gonna send it to you so you see it. I ain't ready. They been working.
Wait.
You think I'm fucking around? Hold on, what? You think I'm fucking around? Bro.
Damn, dog. All right, listen. All right, so, all right, let me just ask y'all. If it did happen to be true, Pooh Shiesty, everybody's waiting on his big comeback. You know, I ain't gonna say everybody's waiting because it don't feel like how like a Lil Boosie release was anticipated or Gucci Mane release. You know, when they was locked up, it was like a thing in hip hop. Everybody was saying it in their songs. Everybody was, you know, even people was getting it tattooed on their face. Y'all remember that? Somebody got like free Boosie on their face. But it's not one of those anticipated releases. But it is a nigga who went to jail at the peak of his career when he had a hot song going, just was signed with Gucci Mane, all this shit, and went to jail. He even coined the Shiesty mask. That's why everybody call him Shiesties. That was his thing. But he went to jail. Boom. Now he gets out. Less than a week out, he get hit with snitch allegations. He hasn't even had time to drop new music, his Welcome Home release project, nothing. Is this going to affect his release of whatever he got coming, his new music, new album, new single, whatever? Do y'all think this is going to affect his release in any form or fashion, or the fans don't care? Case in point, Gunna. Everybody thought Gunna was going to be kicked out of hip-hop. Everybody thought Gunna was going to be done. He was going to be finished. He was done. He snitched on Young Thug. Nobody will ever love him. And then he got out and did a national world tour, #1 records, #1 album, all this shit. So, do y'all think this will affect Pooh Shiesty? Let me know in the comment section.
Well, I haven't. Listen, well, you're going to see, they let me know, hey, we got a motherfucking problem. And they serious. And I'm going to be, look at your text, right? So I got it going in tomorrow and see, look.
Yo, Wack, y'all got niggas circling shit on paper?
Bro, this is a real motherfucking operation, bro. Nigga, I got 51 spies. Then you got the exposers. We got paralegals. We got attorneys. We got motherfucking PI. We got all. Bro, you looking at, am I capping? Look, I haven't even had a chance to respond but once. You see they at me. Look, you reading it. They got the PDFs. I don't even want to open the PDFs.
Yo, Wack.
They done found everybody proffers.
Wack, please just delete this message thread, man.
Bro,
Pooh Shiesty,
whoever victim 1 and 2 is, listen, bro. Look, you see what I'm saying. I haven't even had a chance to address it, but I will tell you this, that when we had his attorney on, didn't I send you the link?
Okay, so as you can hear, Wack 100 is heavily implying that he has some type of paperwork on Pooh Shiesty, right? It's crazy that this is making its way around the news cycle right now, because like I said, this actually happened 3 years ago. Wack 100 went through this exact same process. And it all basically comes from an excerpt from the paperwork where everybody involved took plea deals. Wack 100 is basically like, there's a lot of names in his plea deal. He admitted to a lot in that plea deal, so he's snitching. The excerpt said, as part of the plea, Williams Jr., that's Pooh Shiesty, admitted to participating in the conspiracy on the following 3 occasions. First, on July 7, 2020 in Memphis, Pooh Shiesty was inside a car when an occupant of the car discharged a firearm at a gas station. Second, on October 9th in Bay Harbor Islands, Florida, Pooh Shiesty and his co-conspirators arrived at a meeting to acquire marijuana, codeine, and sneakers. During the meeting, members of Williams' group brandished firearms and assaulted 2 victims. Following the assault, the group departed the scene with the victims' marijuana, codeine, and sneakers. And then third, on May 30th, 2021, Pooh Shiesty assaulted a victim with a firearm at a Miami strip club. Okay, so the part that basically Wack 100 has been claiming says Pooh Shiesty snitches, where it said he admitted to participating in these 3 separate crimes. Except the problem is Pooh Shiesty didn't just admit to it and give a proffer out and say, oh, I didn't do it. Them dudes are the ones who did it. Everybody here admitted that this is what happened. Everybody that was involved in the case, they all took the exact same plea deal, right? And back 3 years ago, when this all first broke into the news, Pooh Shiesty actually responded to Wack 100.
Y'all be letting that fat, bald-headed, irrelevant ass nigga always voice his opinion on shit and shit, man. That shit about John Gangster, cuz. My nigga ain't snitched on no nigga, never been break the fold. Why you think my nigga ain't got no break? Why you think he ain't bounced back out like the rest of these rappers?
Oh, so this is when Pooh Shiesty is free? 3 years ago, because Pooh Shiesty did 3 years in jail, so this is when he was free. Okay, so Pooh Shiesty definitely has some interaction, verbal, or something to say about Wack. Okay, I'm trying to see if he has something since he got out. Since he got out, has he said anything? But okay, this is a pass.
You talking about nigga taking that shit to the team? You cooperate with rats, nigga. You deal with rats. Come on, man. What are you even speaking on gangster shit?
Not only did Pooh Shiesty respond to this back the first time Whack 100 alleged this, but Pooh Shiesty's attorney actually had spoke on this as well. His attorney posted this right here up that says, "This is 100% fake news. Whack 100. There is no paperwork that will say Pooh Shiesty said a word about anything on anything."
Well, that's his lawyer right there saying, nigga, that don't exist. So whose side y'all listening to? Pooh Shiesty's lawyer, or y'all listening to Whack? Who y'all listening to?
In fact, none of the three charged gave proffers on anything about anything having to do with other people. This is just a straight mistruth. They all took pleas to the same crime and one count of a possession of a weapon during a drug crime. None of them gave a proffer about anything. It was a straight plea deal, with all of them having the other three life felony counts dismissed. But why bother with facts? Just throw something out for clicks. This isn't the only time that Pooh Shiesty's attorney spoke on this. Like Whack 100 said, he did have a conversation with Pooh Shiesty's attorney on live, where his attorney tried his hardest to clear this up with Whack 100, right? But because Whack 100 is who he is, he could never be defeated. He'll argue until the air runs dry in his lungs.
Hold on. Would you feel some type of way if you find the case and your attorney is over here talking to 600 and Whack 100? If I'm in jail and I'm like, hold on, man, I ain't trying to have this shit all over YouTube and make this shit into the big old, you know what I mean? A big old mess and all kind of shit going left, going right, going all kind of ways. With, you know how what comes from this shit when you get on Clubhouse and all that type shit. Like, as a lawyer, I wouldn't expect his lawyer to be sitting there defending Pooh Shiesty on that platform. I mean, me personally. But shout out to Whack for being able to get that nigga lawyer to come on stage. So Whack a cold motherfucker. He was able to get your lawyer to come on his stage and talk about your shit. Unless, you know, the lawyer asked you, and you said, and Pooh Shiesty told you go do it. That's different, but that's crazy.
If he has to, he will spend a solid 12-hour work shift on Clubhouse arguing with somebody until they give up and he can claim he won the argument, right? But here is how that conversation kind of went. Now, this was a 2-hour conversation, so this is just a small part of it, but this is essentially how that conversation went.
This is one of those situations that's a little touchy to me because I know him, I know his family. I know the label we signed to, but I also understand the streets and I understand these YouTubers and the narratives and what they're reading. To my understanding, there's a statement in this document that says, in this case, there was a very strong factual proffer made by the government. Okay? In the world of the streets, when they hear proffer, right? Automatically assume cooperation. The verbiage of that is a government factual proffer is a meeting between a criminal defendant or witness and the government where the defendant shares information with the government in exchange for limited immunity. For all of y'all don't know, Napoleon is Pooh Shiesty's actual legal attorney that handled his case. So he has more in-depth paperwork, more in-depth information than what I consider to be shallow. Now.
All right. So with that said, the lawyer just came out, or he went out and on that IG post and said, Whack, you're wrong. As his lawyer, I'm telling you, he's never said this. You just said the lawyer has more information than you. So again, I'm going to ask y'all, who do y'all believe, the lawyer or Whack 100?
Napoleon. I want you to authenticate, right, that is a line in Pooh's document. In this case, there was a very strong factual proffer made by the government.
That's not a line in any document that I've seen.
I got this from his father, right? This document came from his father, so I want to send it to you. We represent a movement called the Exposers, and we're not here just to expose people on bad shit, but we're here to clear things up.
Okay, so what you're looking at right now is that this is, I don't know if this is a document in his case, but this looks like a legal filing by an attorney. And it just says, in this case, there was a very strong factual proffer made by the government, and the appellant's sworn adoption of this proffer also clearly establishes his guilt of the killing of David Jones. Pooh Shiesty wasn't on trial for the killing of David Jones, so I don't know specifically where this document came from in the case.
Now, Napoleon.
You gotta love how the attorney immediately shut Whack 100 down. Like, look, bro, I don't know what document this is you got, but this is about a murder. Pooh Shiesty wasn't even on trial for a murder. You gotta just appreciate how in less than like literally 2 seconds that lawyer shut that whole thing down. But look, let's keep going.
So let me actually read you the factual proffer that was used in the case. It says that the United States of America and the defendant's counsel agree that had this case gone to trial, the United States would have proven the following facts, amongst other, occurred in Miami-Dade County, Southern District of Florida, and elsewhere, beyond a reasonable doubt, and that such facts are sufficient to establish the defendant's guilt to the offenses charged in the indictment. So that is a quote directly from the factual proffer in Pooh Shiesty's case. And
how long ago did this happen, y'all? Did anybody witness this live? Did anybody in the chat witness this this viral conference call live? How long ago did this happen? I'm really surprised that the lawyer is on here like going over the paperwork and doing all that. You know what I mean? I'm surprised, but
his co-defendant Bobby Brown's case. Every single defendant in federal court, if they want to plead guilty to the offense charge, they have to sign a factual proffer statement because the courts require defendants to admit to their guilt if they're pleading guilty.
Okay,
if the defendant will not admit to the factual proffer, the judge will force them to go to trial. So a factual proffer is necessary just to plead guilty in the case.
Okay.
What his attorney is simply trying to say is that Pooh Shiesty did sign a factual proffer. All the defendants in the case signed that factual proffer. But it wasn't like they sit down with the government and gave over information. They just had what the government alleged. Everybody that was involved was like, yeah, we agree we're guilty of what y'all allege. That's put on a piece of paper. They agree that they're guilty because they have to take a plea, which means they have to agree that they're guilty, right? That's what his lawyer is simply trying to say right there. It's that nobody really gave a statement. They just signed on a piece of paper saying what the government alleged was true. And everybody did that. So it's not like Pooh Shiesty did it and left the other guys high and dry with him admitting that everybody was guilty. No, they all took this plea. And
okay, so he debunked that. The lawyer is debunking everything. So the lawyer is winning right now. The lawyer winning this.
Admitted it.
So we agree that he signed a factual proffer. We can agree on that.
You know what? Hold on. Before we go there, I just thought about something as I'm sitting here and it just registered in my brain. I'm like, yo, Pooh Shiesty went to jail for a drug deal gone wrong. I remember they were saying it was a drug deal gone wrong, and they had the video of him in a parking lot that was like directly across from a police station or some shit. And they was like, yeah, you know, drug deal gone wrong. But on here, they just had some fucking sneakers and some weed and codeine. So I'm thinking, okay, where does the sneakers come in at? Like, was y'all trying to rob niggas for the codeine and some weed? Because, you know, like, a title can blow shit out of perspective. You say a drug deal gone wrong, you thinking Pooh Shiesty, rapper, nigga getting chili. Oh, these niggas was spending big bread. You know what I mean? They did this nigga wrong. It was a couple $100,000. It could have been. But was this over some fucking shoes? Was this over some fucking shoes and the nigga just so happened to have codeine in his car or like he buying a line from that nigga and a zip of weed and they just saying a drug deal gone wrong? Like, I'm fucking lost. Who knows, man? Somebody let me know. Was this really over some reseller shoes and they robbed a nigga? Because in my mind, up until this time, till I just heard that, I'm thinking a nigga got hit. They hit a nigga for some peas or something, a couple pounds. I never heard of sneakers till today. I never really cared. I never did a deep dive, but that's crazy.
Of course, just like every other defendant who pleads guilty.
Okay. The proffer, is it sealed? Is it something that nobody can see?
See, now there you go. So you're listening. It's interesting that you use those words.
I'm asking you.
No, I know, but I want to answer that. And it's two parts to the question. Because the factual proffer for purposes of a plea is not sealed. That is a court record. It's a public document. If someone was cooperating with the government and gave a proper statement to the government, that document would be sealed and it's not a public record.
I'm glad you said that because you just gave me two examples of if you gave up information or snitched, right? Then that proffer, correct me if I'm wrong, that proffer would in fact be sealed.
Correct.
Okay. This type of proffer that Pooh Shiesty signed to, which you're saying your client just signed to admitting to his crime only, right?
Right, correct.
It's available.
That's available as a public record, just like every other defendant who actually pleads guilty to a particular offense, gives a factual proffer, and takes a plea. That is a public record, and you can actually see what's written in the factual proffer. I want to correct something too. So there is a safety valve, and I want to. This is something.
Okay, stop right now.
Go ahead.
Are you saying? Because a lot of people, we gotta know we understand it. My panel understands it, but we got a lot of people in the chat. So you're saying Pooh Shiesty does have a safety valve?
No, I'm not saying that Pooh Shiesty has a safety valve. I was just about to correct your contention that if a person cooperated with the government, that's the only way you can get safety valve. People can get safety valve without cooperating with the government. Like for
bro. Why is the lawyer up here talking with loose cannon and 600? I understand whack. Well, this is what whack digs in and does his thing. If anybody out the panel, I get the whack shit, but nigga, the lawyer talking with loose cannon and 600 is crazy. What? What is going on, man? God damn it. Oh, let me get a water, man. Let me get a water. What the fuck is going on? All right, I'm back. I had to get a water, y'all. I understand it. I know that's Wack's whole thing. He gonna dissect shit. I get it. That's why I said Wack, I don't look at him as hip-hop media. He's more like, nigga, let me expose. He got his own lane, like the exposing snitches. That's his own lane. It's a lot of people that try to follow that lane, but Wack does it on a higher level because he goes at the big name artists. And he gets access to all the paperwork, allegedly. And he got nigga lawyers to come on. Like, who else could do that type shit? So there is a lane of content that Wack does, but it's this right here. Now, I get it. Okay, this one they was running around, because right now him and Luce don't see eye to eye, I believe. So I don't know the status of him and 600, but that was when these three was calling themselves the exposers. So I get why they're on stage, but really, all you need to do is be talking to Wack right now. Because Wack probably the only one can register. I don't know, because I've never seen 600 go. I don't really watch a lot of his content, but I don't think he'd be like deep diving into paperwork. He reacts to paperwork, but I don't think he'd be deep diving. Do we? I don't know.
example, if you're a first-time offender and you don't have the requisite criminal history points, you can get safety valve just because you don't have a criminal history.
All right, for legal speak reasons, I'm sure some of y'all don't know what they're talking about right here. A safety valve is basically a federal law that allows a judge to bypass mandatory minimum sentences for certain individuals. Most of the time, it's low-level offenders or non-violent drug offenders who have limited criminal history. And what WAC 100 is about to get into is the 5 specific criteria that somebody has to meet in order to have a safety valve. And those 5 specific criterias are having a minimal criminal history, not being a leader in the offense, not using violence, and providing all known information about the offense to the government. That's what WAC 100 is about to try to hit on. And so he's cleverly using the wording of the 5 criteria to imply that Pooh Shiesty gave them details, right? I just wanted to get that out there because I know some people may be a bit confused about what they're talking about.
There's 5 points to a safety valve. A, that you do not have a prior criminal record. B, you're not head of the criminal organization.
Correct.
C, there was no violence in the crime. D, you took your plea in a timely manner.
Correct.
And E, the 5th one is you cooperated with the government. Those are the 5 elements.
Right. So
by the book.
No, that's not accurate. There are plenty of people who did not cooperate with the government that did not that are still eligible for a safety valve. So you can get a safety valve as a first-time offenders. As a matter of fact, a lot of people get safety valve for certain type of cases where it's not related to violent crimes or drugs or things like that. It's inaccurate to say that somebody got a safety valve and that means that they cooperated with the government. All that means is that. Go ahead.
Okay, so Wack is an expert manipulator. The lawyer was trying to finish what he was saying right there, but Wack interrupts him. What the lawyer was going to say is that actually the 5 points don't require cooperation. Instead, they require full truthfulness during debrief, which could just simply be agreeing to what the government accuses you of, not necessarily you giving over details they didn't know. But Wack cut him off, wouldn't let him finish his sentence, because what his attorney was going to say, in addition to that, was that Pooh Shiesty didn't even have a safety valve on his case. Right, so you guys see how Wack kind of takes the information, he manipulates it, makes it about one thing. He tries to basically...
He said Pooh Shiesty didn't have a safety valve. His lawyer said that. Because Wack tried to say that. And he said it earlier. We just watched it. And he's like, no, he don't got a safety valve.
Pull the wool over your eyes. Because they get into this whole dialogue about it, and Wack is coming off as if Pooh Shiesty has one, but Pooh Shiesty didn't have one.
And I want to make something clear too. Every single defendant in this case signed the same factual proffer. Okay,
all we get that, huh? We get that, but it's been cases where every single defendant signed the proffer and all of them told too. So, and we're not concerned with the other ones. We just concerned personally with Pooh. He's the name. He's the one that whatever. So right. You can give us.
Is Pooh Shiesty still signed to Gucci Mane? Or did he get out? Or did he get out and he's independent now? Because I would think he's still signed to him like shit. Did he ever drop an album? I think he dropped a mixtape. Did he drop an album? And I'm sure Gucci Mane didn't sign that nigga for one album. I don't know. But my question I'm asking that is, where does Gucci Mane stand with all this snitching allegations on his artists? Where does Gucci Mane stand? I'm interested in knowing that. But again, this could just be some internet hoopla. You know what I'm saying? Where in the streets, it ain't a real thing, but on the internet, it's a thing. You know how that shit go, man. It's two different worlds, man. It's the internet, it's online, and it's reality. Because some of the shit that be living online, niggas on the streets be like, man, what the fuck are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So, who knows?
That docket number, where to find it, right? That will really help everybody. So when this comes up, people could go read for themselves that Pooh's information, unlike others, right, is available. Like Blue Da Vinci, he did a safety valve. But
no, he did not get safety valve. I want to be clear about that.
No, Blue Da Vinci got a safety valve.
Oh, Blue Da Vinci. I'm sorry. I was trying to type in.
But when we go to look for the statement, is not available, right? So we do know Pooh Shiesty did not have a safety valve. He just has this stage of a proffer, but his proffer is available for people to see what he actually signed and what statement he gave. And the statement he gave was him admitting guilt for his personal crime, correct?
Exactly. That's correct. In this particular case, there is a transcript of the sentencing hearing, okay? So at sentencing, I can guarantee you this, that had Pooh Shiesty cooperated with the government, he will be jumping up and down about how he helped the government and all these things, and all that would be in the record of the sentencing transcript when he got sentenced to prison. But none of that is there. None of it is about him telling somebody else. None of it is about him cooperating with the government. I was at all of the hearings, and I am telling you for a fact, nobody in this case cooperated.
What we did see was...
well, there you go. I mean, shit. His lawyer is right there. They're going to be fighting the case with him. And nobody cooperated. He basically debunking everything Wack saying. I don't know how long ago this was, but obviously Loose Cannon is in jail, so it was when Loose Cannon was loose. But I want to get caught up to today. This is the past. Where is, since Pooh Shiesty got out of jail? I thought that's what I was watching. But this is good giving us the backstory on it because I didn't know there was a past between this story, between Pooh Shiesty and Wack saying he snitched back in the day. So, okay. So it's catching us up to speed. So hopefully they talk about it. Or they probably not. This probably isn't the video. This is probably just a video based on 11 months ago. Okay. All right.
A government actual proffer. And that's what you're clearing up, what that really means. And the government factual proffer in Pooh Shiesty's situation, unlike other proffers, is available public record where you can actually see everything that was said and everything that was agreed upon and signed off by Pooh Shiesty. Am I correct?
That's correct.
There we have it.
I just want to make sure that something is clear too. So what it actually says is that the United States, the defendant and defendant's counsel agree that had this case gone to trial, the United States would have been able to prove the following facts that are sufficient to establish the defendant's guilt to the offenses charged in the indictment. So I just want to make sure that this is not a statement that anyone gave to the government. Nobody in this case, none of the defendants sat down and talked to the government. This document was—
There you go. Nobody rolled on each other. None of his homies snitched. None of them snitched on each other. That's what he's saying. Nobody rolled. Nobody worked with the peoples. Nobody rolled. Nobody told. But it seemed like y'all trying to force him to say that somebody told it. Case in point, like y'all trying to get him to say Pooh Shiesty told. He keeps saying nobody told. He's speaking up on behalf of everybody now. I'm telling you, nobody on this case told. What are we talking about here? Why are we still saying, and I'm his lawyer, and you're telling me, and you're not a lawyer, and you're telling me what's going on, which is crazy. That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like, you're talking to that man's actual lawyer who's fighting the case, and you're not a lawyer, and you're telling him what. That's what comes all kind of crazy. And then it's like the rest of the panel of people up there is like, I don't know. So, all right. I mean, let's see what goes on. Let's see if they come to a agreement here on what the fuck is going on.
Prepared by the government, that was reviewed by counsel, all of us, and we agreed, all of the defendants, that this is the factual proffer for everybody. So it begs the question, who did he snitch on if everybody signed this same factual proffer?
You found the
I have. So the factual proffer was given on January 4th of 2022.
That's what hasn't been said yet. Who did he snitch on? Who is he allegedly snitching on? That's what I've been waiting to hear. Who did he allegedly snitch? Like, do you have somebody? He snitched on one of his crimees. He snitched on who? Y'all haven't said nothing about that yet. That's why I'm like, the lawyer kicking his ass right now. The lawyer winning. Because you ain't said who he allegedly snitched on and what do you have saying that he snitched on him.
It's docket entry number 154.
Now, from here, the lawyer has told him what the document was, how he could get the document. Wack wants him to provide the document. And the lawyer makes a point multiple times to say, I cannot put it on the live stream, right? But if you have an attorney, go get the document. What you do is what you do. I represented Pooh Shiesty, so I have to be careful about what I share. At the beginning in the clip with the academics, we heard him say, oh, the lawyer was supposed to send me a document. He never sent me the document. This is what he's talking about.
Could you provide me with that document, right? Me personally, so I can, it doesn't have to be right now. It could be after we're done. Because what I'm saying is, if it's in favor of Pooh, then I don't think that should be a problem.
Right.
All right, so we'll handle that.
And I'm telling you, I will one up you. I will give you the full sentencing transcript where you can see for yourself. I'm on there, Sam Zangane's on there, Brad Cohen is on there. We were a team together that represented these individuals. Nobody is going to say that they should have received a lower sentence because they cooperated with the government.
did he get
There we go. Once again.
below his mandatory minimum, or did he get mandatory minimum and above? Like what was
There
the
was no
mandatory minimum?
There was no mandatory minimum. The way that it happened is that he pled guilty to one specific count in the indictment that did not have a minimum mandatory sentence. So therefore, the federal sentencing guidelines kick in, and you get to argue about what the guideline range should be.
So what I'm asking you, Napoleon, is usually they'll say, okay, mandatory minimum 60 months, and it can range up to 98 months. I'm just giving a
That nigga Whack. It feel like Whack trying to push the line to make sure, like, give me something here. Pooh is a snitch. Give me something. Give me something. I got you. He trying to find his lawyer to slip up. But his lawyer is on his shit. His lawyer is debunking everything you say to him. He's telling you where it says in the paperwork that he didn't do this. I can show you the paperwork. He's reading the shit off the screen. He got it pulled up on his computer. He showed up and he showed out. He showed up and he showed out. Because I'm not walking away right now feeling like Pooh Shiesty is a snitch. I mean, as far as me now, again, this is online shit. Who knows what happened in real life and what the fuck, but I've never seen that. I've never seen, and we ain't even heard through the grapevine of the streets or niggas saying like Pooh Shiesty is a snitch. You would hear that shit. If that really was a thing, you would hear that in the streets and you would hear that through motherfuckers like, oh, that nigga's a snitch. They would, especially when he just got out, like people would have been saying that, oh, he snitched. But all right. Let's see, bro. Let's keep going.
No,
right. What you're talking about is the guideline range.
Yeah, yes.
So there was a superseding indictment that charged him with several different counts, and everybody with several different counts. Hobbs Act robbery, conspiracy to commit Hobbs Act robbery, and all these other things. We were going to trial. We were preparing for trial. We flew to Memphis. We flew to all these different places because the government was trying to get us to plead to something that we just were not going to do. They were, 22 years old around that age at the time, and spending 20 years of your life in jail just didn't make any sense. So as a compromise, the government offered everybody in this case to plead to one count of conspiracy to possess firearms in furtherance of a violent and drug trafficking crime. Okay, so that's what they actually pled guilty to. Now, that particular portion of the United States Code or that particular crime does not have a specific offense level. Okay, so what does that mean? You have to look at the facts and the circumstances of the case to determine what the guideline range should be. The government was trying to hold Bobby Brown, Pooh Shiesty, and everybody else to the firearms conspiracy charge in furtherance of an attempted murder. All right. The government was trying to say that
the lawyer came ready, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is not what I thought I was clicking. I thought he was gonna get the lawyer or something, but the lawyer came ready. He like, nigga, and he's staying calm, cool, collective. Nigga, hey, look, I'm finna walk you down. We ain't finna do no yelling. We ain't finna do no false accusations. I'm gonna let you speak and I'm gonna debunk you. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to read to you, boom. And I'm going to tell you what we did, boom. And I'm going to let you know none of his homies are snitches. None of them snitch. We represent all of them. None of them told. Come on, man. Bravo. All right, it's 2 minutes left.
Applicable guideline range should be 97 months. Now, again, there's no minimum mandatory penalty, but they were saying that the guideline range should be 97 months. We argued that it was not a robbery. This, at best, was an aggravated assault. And we said that the guideline range should have a lower offense level based on the fact that this is an aggravated assault. If you look at the sentencing hearing transcripts, the judge ultimately agreed with us after looking at the video that this was not a robbery. This was an aggravated assault. So therefore, the guideline range substantially decreased down to approximately 46 months, and that's what the judge sentenced them to.
Nice. Come on, man. Come on, man. How can you be mad at this, man? Look, he doing this shit. He went in there and got the sentence dropped to a lesser charge. All kind of like, come on, man. And nobody told, and he's telling you nobody told. Man, listen, it's nothing to talk about, man. We fucking with it, man. Free that nigga, man. Well, he free now. Free Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty free now.
The government was asking for a whole lot in the beginning. They changed their position, dropped down, and then the judge still ultimately agreed with us that the guideline range should be lower than what the government was suggesting because you got to get you a paid lawyer. And that's what happens when you do.
So
there you go.
At the end of the day, the 97 months after you guys argued what certain charges shouldn't be, what did it come down to?
To the 46 months. Actually, Pooh's was a little bit higher because he had two offenses that were on camera, and the judge found that it was a aggravated assault for the incident in Bay Harbor Islands, and then also the one that was in the Gentleman's Club.
Now, that conversation goes on for about another hour and a half, but that is the general gist of what the conversation was. If you ask me, Pooh Shiesty's lawyer did a wonderful job at clearing this up 11 months ago. Because mind you, this interview was 11 months ago, but for some reason, here we are, WAC 100 is back at it again, talking about Pooh Shiesty's got some paperwork on him that makes him look bad.
Nah.
I mean, man, at this point, like I said at the beginning, if Jesus was walking around, WAC 100 would have paperwork on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but basically,
crazy.
at this point, y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about all this in the comments down below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tap the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. And as always, it's been fun rocking with y'all, man. I'm out.
Yeah. Well, there we have it, man. There we have it. So this video is a reaction to 11 months ago. So 11 months ago, it's WAC alleging that Pooh Shiesty has paperwork on him. Got his lawyer to come on stage, and the lawyer did an amazing job representing Pooh Shiesty on this stage with people on a panel trying to say that he's an alleged snitch or possibly snitching. He proved everything wrong. He proved them wrong. Shit, the rest of them was quiet. WAC, he took WAC on, and that was a good exchange. A professional exchange. That's the first time. You know, usually WAC could get the yelling, get the blood and all that. He did a professional exchange, and that was dope. I think it put that to rest. In my perspective, it put that allegation to rest. Like, you know what I'm saying? If he's telling you, hey, look, bro, I'm gonna let you present what you think, and I'm gonna do my rebuttal. We're gonna keep it professional. I'm gonna tell you what I did as the paid lawyer representing him and his homies. And I'm going to also tell you some more. I'm going to give you additional information. So what you're saying, boom, no, that's not what happened. Here's what happened. I did this. I got him to drop the case to this, to this. This is why he's not facing 20 years no more. This is why he only facing this many months. Boom, boom. But he got extra months more than his homies, but I made sure his homies got out at that time. Boom, boom, boom. And this is how I did it. Boom, boom, boom. And it's like, damn, you got to respect that. And most importantly, I'm telling you, none of his homies snitched. He didn't snitch. None of his homies snitched. Nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing else to talk about. And it's public record. You can go see there you go. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, listen, man, he's free. And welcome home, man. You don't want to see nobody locked up, especially like good people. You know what I mean? Nobody who ain't did nothing, who ain't got no smut on their name and getting locked up. I think that's fucked up. If somebody get out on those, them good standards of, going to do my time, not telling on nobody, and I get out and you're trying to put that on my name, that's fucked up. That's not cool. That's not cool. I went and tucked this time to the chin like a man. I didn't fold. I didn't roll on none of my homies. I took whatever they gave me. We got it to the best that they could give, and I set that down, and I walked it down, and now I'm back out, and then I get out, you still trying to accuse me of something? Like, that's not cool. That's not cool, man. So, hopefully they get that right, get that situated, and, and if it ain't true, which I'm saying it ain't true based on what the lawyer's saying, I think y'all all feel like me at this point. The lawyer, he walked it down. I think it would be tight if WAC did like a issue like a public something like, all right, y'all, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to man up to your mistakes, man. So, now, if you're right, you got to present that, but you can't just run around saying it and you ain't presenting it. So, let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash a like. Everybody smash a like right now if you enjoyed this, man. If you enjoyed this. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right, cool. That just put some clarity because I was definitely lost. I wasn't up to speed on. I just saw somebody in the Ace Bitch say, it was a snitch allegation on Pooh Shiesty. I'm like, I didn't hear that. So that caught me up to speed. Okay, but shout out to the lawyer. Did a good job. All right, do we have what? How long was that? That one was what? That was 30 minutes. Okay, the first one was 16 minutes. Okay, what we got? Tim Westwood, or do y'all want to go Jeezy? Let's go Jeezy, bro. Let's go Jeezy. Let's stay on this shit. So, FBI agent exposes young Jeezy. Okay, let's watch this one. I want to get caught up to speed on this.
All right, so
I want to get caught up to speed on this young Jeezy. Now, young Jeezy got an allegation. First it was Pooh Shiesty. Now we're finna react to young. It's like they lining up everybody, man. Damn. They want to take everybody out with these allegations. Everybody. Why? Stop doing that to people if that ain't what they, that's weak, bro. But you know what? They got to go back to the days of niggas getting punished. You know what I mean? However, DPs or socked out, stripped, shot, whatever. I don't know. It got to be repercussions for just going around putting these type of jackets and smut on niggas' names and you don't have no proof, no evidence, and you just doing it to do it. And then you got to go on viral and people saying that about, like, it got to be repercussions, bro. It needs to be, you got to go back to the old ways of the world. Like, that's the thing. It's like, it's no repercussions, so everybody is doing it. And it's kind of like a deflection to get the pressure off of you for something. You're going to say, oh, what the woo was gay. Oh, what the woo was a snitch. Oh, what the woo was like, and they just throw shit out there to get the pressure off of them, So I don't know, man. It's wild times we living in, though. But, all right, let's get it. All right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. This one is called FBI Agent Exposes Young Jeezy for Snitching on BMF to Avoid a RICO. Let's get into it.
All right, so the internet is once again accusing a rap legend of being a snitch, but this time it's not coming from another rapper or from a blogger. It's supposedly coming from an FBI agent. Over the last few days, a video started making rounds online where a man claiming to be a retired federal agent basically implied that Young Jeezy cooperated with the feds back in the mid-2000s. This FBI agent's name is Steve Lazarus, but he is also an author of crime fiction books. Keep that in mind as we go over this story. In this viral clip, Steve never mentions Jeezy by name, but the way that he tells the story, it's obvious who he's talking about. He describes a fake...
Man, fuck this shit. This is what we going off of. We going off a TikTok FBI, ex-FBI book agent, FBI agent, book writer of fictionary tales that's in the gym, looking like you 70-year-old, trying to stay young. Like, man, come on, bro. Like, come on, y'all. We got to do better, man. We got to do better, bro. Like, it's too, like, the people that you're alleging he snitched on, they're on the streets right now. They're out. They could say this shit. They could easily go, what? That nigga snitched on me. That's why I did this. Big Meech is free. He could have been said the shit. Lil Meech could have said the shit. He would know who, if his daddy got snitched on, he would have told his son, like, shit, nigga, like, they ain't said that shit. Unless it's just like, oh, let's not tell the world because we're going to handle it how we're going to handle it and we don't want it to be public. But shit, I doubt that. All right, let's keep watching, man.
Famous rapper who ordered a hit on another rapper. His crew ran up, one of them got killed, and the feds had enough evidence for a RICO, but the case suddenly disappeared. People heard the story and immediately connected the dots between Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane, and Pookie Loc, who...
Man, I gotta stop it again. This is who we listening to. I'm just gonna say this again. Look at this nigga, man. Like, come on, bro. Y'all letting this old white man come in here and tell us some shit that's gonna stir up the black community about some shit that the niggas who all out ain't even tripping on and now you finna stir up some shit while you go back to TikTok and working out in the gym and writing your book. You're going back home where you ain't got to worry about this issue. But the rest of the motherfuckers, we finna go on the internet. We finna make all these videos. We finna allege this nigga's a snitch. We finna call him, like, niggas start a fire and just get off the internet and go home, and everybody else losing their fucking minds.
Gucci Mane shot and killed after Pookie Loc tried to rob him of his chain. I'm going to assume you guys are familiar with the story. It's been told a million times. I am not going to reiterate the Young Jeezy versus Gucci story right here in this video. I'm sure you guys are familiar with it, but here's where it gets kind of crazy. This isn't a random fan theory. This is a theory that's been floating around online for a long time now, pretty much since the entire thing went down. Blue Da Vinci, who was a member of BMF was a notorious drug crew that operated in the 90s and early 2000s. It was headed by Big Meech. Big Meech was eventually indicted, sentenced to prison. And this story by Steve, the FBI agent, basically suggests that Jeezy himself was seconds away from being indicted on a RICO and murder case, the exact same one that ended Pookie Loc's life, until something behind the scenes made the feds drop it completely. Now, whether or not this guy is telling the truth, who knows? He is a retired FBI agent, but he is also a crime fiction author. Whether there's any truth behind what he's saying, like I said, who knows? But this clip has people questioning, did Jeezy cooperate with the feds?
That's what's so crazy about this era we live in, y'all. We don't even know if these niggas be telling the truth. We don't even know if these niggas be real, like, credible FBI agents. Just because you work for the FBI don't mean you was a great one. You know what I'm saying? That's what people don't always take in, like, man, like, what? I work for the FBI. What did you do at the FBI, nigga? Who are you? Like, I'm saying now, he could be a great one, but I'm saying people don't even take time to go research that. Let's see how credible you are before I believe the words that come out of your mouth. Let me see how credible you are, because I just met you 2 seconds ago. It's not like it. Now, if you're somebody that's been watching him for years or for months and you know he's credible, that's different. I get that. I understand you understanding or believing him. But I'm talking about when it be like the people who just see this shit from scrolling on TikTok and they run past his video and then they run with the whole story. Like, how do you even know who he is? Like, do you know if he's credible? Do you know if this guy, oh, y'all saw that the nigga Jeezy a snitch? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and this ain't even about Jesus. I'm just saying in general, like, people will take a conspiracy theorist, their words from TikTok, and create a whole running narrative, bro. And this nigga could be on here just saying anything. He can know I'm clickbaiting the people. What they call it? Rage baiting the people. I'm a rage bait the people. I'm going to go on here, say whatever, and motherfuckers going to believe it.
Or is this just another internet reach from a guy who's trying to sell books? Here's the clip that started all of this.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the guy's name because he's pretty famous, and to be fair, he was never charged with a crime. But we had these two rappers in Atlanta in the early 2000s, and they were beefing with each other, trading diss tracks, the whole thing. Then rapper number one, the famous one, orders his goons to go beat up rapper number two and steal this gaudy gold and diamond necklace he wore in all of his videos, and that's where it got interesting. The goon squad shows up at rapper number two's place. He pulls a gun and starts shooting. One of the attackers gets hit, makes it about 200 yards away from the house before he drops dead. Rapper number two is arrested for murder, but is dismissed as self.
Hey, is he reading off a screen? Am I tripping, or is he reading off a screen? Is he reading something? This nigga's selling an upcoming book, bro. Don't it look like he reading off a screen? This ain't like just off the top of the dome conversation. It look like he reading, bro. He know what he doing. He know what he doing. He's stirring up madness in the community, bro, so he could profit off our pain and our struggle. Nah, I messed y'all. I ain't finna get deep. I was finna hit y'all with the Black Power talk real quick.
Defense. And the real criminal here is rapper number one, who ordered the violent act that got his man killed. I had the phone records of two witnesses prepared to testify for what would have been a rock-solid RICO murder case. But for reasons that were never explained to me, the U.S. Attorney's Office declined prosecution, and rapper number one went on to have a phenomenally successful career. Oh well, win some, lose some.
All right, so that's the clip that's been going viral, and you can see why people are reacting the way that they are. You got a man who claims to be a former FBI agent straight up saying that a rapper was part of a federal case that just disappeared. In other words, he calls it pretty much the one who got away. Now, the first thing I'll say is this. Anyone who's been around long enough knows how stories like this can get twisted over time, especially when you're talking about BMF, one of the most high-profile criminal organizations to ever be tied to hip-hop. Here's why the internet ran with it. The way that Steve Lazarus describes the situation, every single detail matched up with Jeezy's past, the city, the era, even the beef that turned deadly.
But anybody could put that story together. Like, come on, bro. Anybody could put that. We all know the story, nigga. Anybody could go in there and say, hey, man, here's what happened. There was these two rappers, that got into it. Broke into his house in the middle of the night. He shot one of the guys who broke into the house who was from the other rapper's camp. It was his best friend. They went on in the future to have a battle where they played music against each other. Well, this ain't like he exposes something we didn't fucking know. You can find this shit and make up this bullshit story you got in.
People put that together. It started to look like confirmation of a rumor that's been floating around for years that Jeezy somehow cooperated when the feds were circling in on BMF. Now, the problem is there's zero paperwork backing this claim up. No case files, no indictments, no court records, nothing that shows Jeezy ever took the stand or gave up information. All we got is this man's word, which, if we're being real, is kind of shaky. Because if you notice in that clip, he's careful not to say names. He keeps it vague. And that's what leaves people guessing. Now, he did like some comments on his post on Instagram where people were saying that this was about Jeezy and Gucci Mane. But it's hard to discredit what he's saying because there's one thing that really has never been in question.
Ooh, that's some clout chaser shit. He gonna say, you said it, not me. You a clout chaser. Bro. You a clout chaser, bro. So you went over here and you put these people, or attempted to put them away. That was your job. To put them away for life. That was your job. You're an FBI agent. Your goal is to get these people, take the bad guys off the street, put them away for life. And then now you want to profit off their shit and write books about them and then now stir up madness. Oh, man, you're disgusting. You're disgusting. You're disgusting.
And that's that Jeezy was really outside in the early 2000s. He wasn't just rapping about it. Before Def Jam, before TM 101, before the Snowman shirts, Jeezy had already built a name in the street. So when people say, why would BMF be around him? The next clip I'm about to play answers that. Jeezy himself has said multiple times in interviews that he was basically running his own network before rap blew up for him. I'm talking about 10, 15, 20 counties. His words, not mine. That's why BMF saw him as somebody worth doing business with, because he wasn't just a rapper in the room. He was a man who understood both sides of the game.
I just grew up from there to taking over all these surrounding counties. So anybody that know me, we going down now, anybody that know me from that era can tell you, I ran, 10, 15, 20 counties around me as a kid, you know what I'm saying? A real operation. My aunties and uncles and cousins, everybody know this. It was like a family business. I ran all these counties and I grew from that to, damn near taking over Georgia, and I moved from that to South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee. So I was really running a Fortune 500 company at, 19, 20, 21.
Now, let's be real. This whole Jeezy might have cooperated story didn't just come
I'm your favorite rapper. Ha ha! Your favorite trapper's favorite trapper.
In there. People have been whispering about it for forever, ever since BMF's indictments first dropped. Because when the feds first came through and took down basically everyone connected to that organization, a lot of people were shocked that Jeezy's name was never in the paperwork, especially considering how close he was to Meech and how often he shouted out BMF in his records and how deep he was moving in Atlanta during that time. And this is something that Blue Da Vinci has spoke about over the years. Before this Steve Lazarus clip ever hit the internet, Blue had already been on record hinting that something didn't add up with how Jeezy got out of the situation clean, right? Blue Da Vinci was a member of BMF. He's one of the people that was sitting on the front lines when the Fed circled in. He was in the indictments. He went to prison with everybody. So when Blue Da Vinci was speaking, a lot of people listened a little bit differently. And now that this clip of Steve Lazarus saying all this has surfaced, people have been going back and rewatching Blue Da Vinci interviews, and they feel like Blue was talking about the same thing that this FBI agent just described.
Was Jeezy in the paperwork?
Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is public information. You can look up right now on your phone.
Man testifies about Jeezy's cocaine selling. Type in your phone something like that. You're going to see one of the who name it Lights. Ralph Sims, the same that told about the limo that tried to say I told. Ralph Sims, Ralphie. Told on Jeezy, told everything Jeezy ever did. Jeezy had like 12. Jeezy had more statements on him than me. What you talking about? But nah, he didn't get indicted because he did some more other shit. I feel like that. I know some things he did, like he turned Meech's cars into the feds. The same Porsche truck and that Ferrari I was talking about a while before he came to Miami and doing some lie detector tests about this gun case he caught one year in 06 when I went to go meet him. We had a shootout, not against him, but some other, like when me and him start trying to talk, some other popped it off with us and we end up having a shootout and he ended up going to jail for a gun. If anybody is familiar with that Miami case, him and Twin came back to do a polygraph test supposed to be for that shit. And the security said that Meech cars pulled up on flatbeds, nigga, into the federal building when he went and did it, when he was inside for his meeting or whatever. So I know he turned in the cars. Ain't no telling what people be doing, bro. That's all I know he did. And then he told about the gun case that was already thrown out at the state level, and then the feds picked it back up. So everybody look up Big House. You look up Big House. He was a security for Jay-Z. He was a security for Big Meech. He was also security.
Here's my thing when people do these type of interviews right here, y'all. It's like, this where it'd be like a gray area, but it's not a gray area. It's like, you go on these interviews and you sit, and then you basically, somebody who's free, you basically promoting like they shouldn't be free, which is basically a form of dry snitching. Like, if I'm scot-free and I'm still on the streets and you don't got nothing concrete saying that I'm working with the people, at this point, it's a possibility, it's a what if, but that ain't strong enough to where I'm gonna go sit down on a goddamn podcast or a thing and say, man, this is what he did. How is he not arrested? This is what he did. How is he not arrested? How is he still free? And it's like, wait, nigga, what if I'm not really, like you saying I am, but what if I'm really not working with him? You just told him. So that's dry snitch. And that's why I'll never get why people do that. Like, why do y'all go in here and talk about, I don't know. It's just like these hood vlogs right now. Like, why do y'all let niggas follow y'all around and show y'all everywhere y'all hang out, what park y'all hang out, what house y'all hang at, what liquor store y'all hang at? Y'all dry snitching on yourself so enemies could come through and take y'all down. But on this scale, you dry snitching so feds and for the FBI and everybody could come take y'all down. Sometimes you just don't sit in that camera, man. You know what I mean? Don't sit in front of that camera. I know them views look enticing, seeing yourself, 1 million people watching, 1 million views and 3,000 comments and all that. But at the end of the day, that's a form of dry snitching, man.
Pretty for young Jeezy. Jeezy put the people on his ass, and he'll let you know. You look him up, he talking his story, and you got all these people with these accounts of these people that's out here. Sorry, y'all, I just be the bearer of bad news because 10 years go by and people act like they ain't never heard nothing, don't know nothing. Like, hold on, the selective politics shit gotta stop.
Now, you heard what Blue said right there in that clip. He claimed that Jeezy actually turned in cars and other things connected to this federal case against BMF. That's heavy stuff because if it's true, it would mean that Jeezy was actively cooperating with the same people who were trying to bring down BMF. But here's the thing. Blue Da Vinci has been saying stuff like this for years. This isn't some new revelation that just came out because of the FBI video. If you followed this story for a while, you know Blue Da Vinci has been calling Jeezy out since the mid-2010s, right after he got out of prison.
Yeah,
the problem is, back then, most people just didn't take Blue Da Vinci seriously.
He definitely been going at Jeezy for a minute. And Blue Da Vinci rapped too. He done put out diss records on Jeezy, all that shit. He rapped too. They was both in BMF at the same time. So this has been like an ongoing thing, but nothing rock solid. Nothing has stopped Jeezy, man. Like shit, Jeezy's still doing his thing. Shit. I did think I heard about like Jeezy getting into a fight recently at a club. Oh no, I did hear something, but that never hit the internet. Don't worry.
A lot of fans and blogs brushed it off as jealousy. They looked at it as Blue was being bitter because his career never took off while Jeezy became a superstar and went legit. And honestly, from the outside looking in, that's kind of how it looked. One guy was doing time while the other one was on TV performing with Jay-Z. It's easy for people to assume that it was just resentment on Blue's behalf. But over time, Blue has started giving specific examples of why he felt like something wasn't right with Jeezy. He wasn't just talking out of emotion. He started naming real events, real moves in the business, and things that made him question Jeezy's loyalty. One of the main examples that he brought up while he did his Cam Capone interview was a record that he did with Jeezy that he tried to release. According to Blue, Jeezy refused to sign off on this record, and this was one of the moments that made him think, yeah, this dude might really be working with them people. Because
what? Because he didn't want to sign off on a record? Yeah. Oh. Hey, listen, man, this should be crazy. It'd be crazy how niggas fall out and then sometimes, just you be too deep in your head sometimes, man, and it'd be like the small things. Yeah, this shit get crazy. But no, this has been an ongoing, long-standing beef. I don't know who's right, who's wrong in that situation, but he definitely stands firm on believing Young Jeezy worked with the people. That's Blue Da Vinci definitely does. You know what I'm saying? And Jeezy definitely has maneuvered through all that. If he found a way to shake that, and nigga, he's still out here doing his thing, still running. He got all them properties and real estate in Atlanta. He done formed all kind of big business deals and all kind of shit going in Atlanta right now. So it ain't stopped his motion. So that lets me know, does the streets still dictate? Never mind. That's a whole nother conversation.
He seen it as this was Jeezy trying to distance himself from anything BMF related.
And I pushed the record out. It was on Koch. It was getting promoted and all the shit. It was getting promoted correctly. All the numbers was right. I was like 300 and some spins a week on my BDS at the time. And I got a call from my team. It was like, bro, they talking about, it was like a Tuesday. I think it was a Tuesday, if I am mistaken. I was on the road on my tour bus, and I got a call from my team, and they said that on Thursday, in 2 days, they gonna pull the record from radio if they don't get Jeezy and CTE signature. They wasn't signed off for the record. So I'm like, what? I'm like, all right, hold on, bro. Let me call this and blah, blah, blah. So I called it. And this wasn't the first time I called him about that. It was already mentioned before they dropped the shit. So they dropped it, and we still didn't have the signatures. And I think it was dropped on good faith that we was going to get the signatures from Alan Grunblatt at Koch. They got the shit. They worked it out with Clear Channel or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So the record could stay up there, and they was telling them they going to have the paperwork or however it went. But them motherfuckers, I called Jeezy. He swear up and down to God in heaven. He signed off and all this shit. But I had my signature, then my signature for BMF Entertainment as the owner.
So we getting somewhere. This ain't over no paperwork. This over some entertainment paperwork. Blue Da Vinci wanted that feature signed off. His song was going up at radio. This was his big shot. 300 spins a week. I'm on a tour bus. I'm doing it up. This is my shot right here, baby. And you don't want to sign. So you just fucked my motion up. So now it's fuck you for life. So I get it. Okay.
Then we had Alan Nim's signature from Koch. Then we had John Jackson, which is a fabulous name as an individual, fabulous, the artist. Then we had Skane and Clue for Desert Storm was signed off. I had those signatures. I saw them with my eyes. Then I think I had, at this time, was Jay Brown's signature from Def Jam. He was the vice president of Def Jam at that time. I believe his signature was on my record for Def Jam.
We came from like him coming to the house and chilling, borrowing the whips and borrowing cars and getting work from the homie. And, you know what I'm saying, from that to him, like, he'll be spots and we want to pull up. And
hey, has Big Meech, since he's been out of jail, has he done an interview or anything besides him being on Instagram taking pictures all day? Has Big Meech sat and did a podcast yet? I want to find if he did. I'm interested. I don't know. He got like a wild mystique. Like he doesn't talk. Maybe that's from being, old school, staying out the camera, staying out the way. But I mean, you can't say that because he's taking pictures every day on his Instagram. So I don't know. Has Big Meech done an interview since he got out of jail? A good one? Let me know. Because all I remember is just him taking that picture with Rick Ross and falling out with 50 Cent and that whole beef. But I don't recall watching an interview with that nigga.
Curve us, you feel me? Def Jam, at that point, Def Jam was scarred. They didn't want no more people that coming through their offices that can potentially, they get, caught up with the feds with. So they was pressuring Jeezy. I didn't know at the time. I'm on
AI.
Man, we done gave this dude money and I produced the records and he ain't clearing them. F him. But I can say he got away from us as far as like, at that point when he started rolling, his career started going like this, he was told to not affect.
Hey, y'all fuck with that shirt he got on? Is that Gucci? Would y'all wear that shit? How much would y'all pay for that shirt he got on? All right, I'm sidetracked. How much? I'm looking at that shirt. I'm like, that shirt is weak.
Affiliate with us like that. You know what I'm saying? He was told that.
Now, this is where we get into one of the most dramatic parts of Blue Da Vinci's testimony. The moment where things allegedly went from words to bullets. Because, listen, it's one thing to claim somebody was cooperating and turning cars over. It's another thing entirely when you bring guns, showing up in person, and confrontation into the picture. That's when theories turn into real conflict. And Blue says on one occasion, he drove up to meet with Jeezy to confront him. And what was supposed to be a discussion actually turned into a shootout. So in this next clip, you'll hear exactly how Blue describes that moment, how he got to Jeezy, what sparked it, how things escalated, and how this eventually led to him believing that Jeezy was in fact cooperating. Let's roll the clip.
And I talked to him like, bro, where you at? I'm just finna pull up. I left my tour route and drove the bus all the way to Miami to go have a conversation with Jeezy about the record being signed off. And that's when that shootout happened that I was just talking about previously. I went to talk to him about that record. That's what the conversation was about. I was coming to meet him and confront him about the shit with all of this shit with me. And as soon as we start talking, Tula was walking down the street with dreads and they're like, oh shit, there go Jeezy, dog. And they're like, oh, and Blue, that's Jeezy and Blue, nigga, that's BMF right there, nigga. Oh, bro, let us get a picture. And then my little cousin twin, big twin, he like, oh, nigga, they ain't taking no picture. You see they trying to talk? So the little like, well, and then the twin fired him. Boom. And that's what started that shit that ended up to the shootout. And me and him never talked about the record right there because that fight.
God damn. Niggas' pride is crazy. Imagine driving all the way to Florida to go have a conversation and y'all don't get to have the conversation because y'all decided to shoot at niggas because they asked for a picture of two celebrities or quote unquote a celebrity and a nigga who popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you get mad and have a shootout just because they asked for a picture? And then you didn't get the business done, and now you mad at Jeezy, and y'all never ever been able to talk about the record ever since. That's crazy. Pride and ego is a motherfucker, y'all.
Turned into a shootout, turned into we all ran, turned into Jeezy got locked up for the gun, and then later on, Jeezy went back to have a polygraph test about that situation. That was all about that day I went to meet him to talk about why he didn't sign off on my record with me, him, and Jeezy, and they pulled it from the radio. And I believe he couldn't because the feds had jacked him and told him, nigga, if you help these niggas, and the same reason why he couldn't do the deal with us. Same reason why he couldn't put his name on the contract, because the contract ensues help to BMF, and they struck his ass down and told him they were going to put your ass in prison. If you continue to help Big Meech and Blue in that BMF shit, you're going to fully pull away from that shit. Like, there ain't nobody else stop quitting the mob. He the only in history that just stopped claiming.
All right, so how do y'all feel? He just said, nigga, that's what made me believe it, because, nigga, it was my record. It's through BMF Records. And if you signed off on it, that's helping BMF. Do y'all feel that's a real take, or do y'all feel that's a selfish take? Like, nah, nigga, you too deep in your head, nigga. That's selfish. Nigga, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Because it can be perceived as like, nigga, you ain't worried about it being BMF. You just wanted him to sign off on your record. But then again, he may be right if the situation is right. But if the situation is wrong, that's what I'm saying, man. It's been all these years, nothing happened to Jeezy, nobody did nothing to him. Like, how true could it be? That's why I don't be understanding with the whole snitch shit. Like, it don't be no repercussions. So it'd be like, well, what's the point of even exposing somebody? Like, if y'all ain't gonna do nothing, or, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna stop no business. It ain't gonna stop nobody's motion. What is the point at this point? Yeah, that's how watered down niggas have made that shit.
The mob.
So there you have it. That's the story that's got the streets and internet buzzing right now. We started with an alleged FBI agent claiming that Jeezy cooperated and avoided a RICO indictment. We've looked at Jeezy's own words about how deep he was in the streets and why BMF would even want to work with him in the first place. We've heard from Blue Da Vinci, someone who's been calling Jeezy out for years, detailing everything from the cars to the record dispute, all the way to the shootout that led to him believing Jeezy cooperated. Now, whether you believe Jeezy ever cooperated or not is totally up to you. There's a lot of speculation here, but there's one thing that's clear, and that's that his past connections and his street reputation created a situation where these questions would always follow him, right? There's nothing solid here. The FBI agent didn't provide any paperwork or anything that said that Jeezy cooperated, but I mean, it is an FBI agent. If you were going to take the word of anybody on something like this, I would assume that an FBI agent's word would be the most trustworthy source. But because this dude is an author, he's trying to sell books, crime books. That does make me a little skeptical of.
Man, we know what's going on here, bro. He's capitalizing off some running theory that's been going on over a case that he once worked, and he's capitalizing off it. Like, nigga, like, bro, this shit 2005, and you're 20 years later, you're sitting here trying to stir it back up and all that shit, like, and you're acting like you're doing some groundbreaking shit or saying something that's never been said before. Obviously, you're just capitalizing off what Blue Da Vinci is saying. And it's not like you're breaking the news. Oh, once upon a time, there was these guys. I'm not going to say no name. Nigga, all you doing is taking what Blue Da Vinci said, and you're saying it without saying names, bro. Stop acting like you're breaking something new. And, you know, you're being an opportunist. That's what it boils down to. That's my take. He's being an opportunist. It's nothing more, nothing less, bro. Like, this ain't no groundbreaking shit. And for people to take this and now run with it, oh, Jeezy's a snitch. They said he's a snitch. Like, bro, Blue Da Vinci been saying that. Like, y'all act like this is some new shit. Like, he just rebottled the shit. He took the product, re-rocked it, rewrapped it, and sold it to the people. That's all he did.
What he's saying, because, you know, people like that would do anything to drum up a little attention to get more sales on books that they're releasing. But that's what we got. That's the situation. What do y'all think? Did Jeezy give information to the feds, or is this all just hearsay? Drop your thoughts in the comments down below.
Man, how the fuck we supposed to know? Unless we see some paperwork, we don't know. Shit, we just like you, motherfucker. Nigga, let somebody present paperwork, but guess what? 99% of us ain't finna go look for the paperwork. I'll tell you that right now. We don't give a fuck. We got real lives that we live. We got shit to do, and we got real people that we care about. If y'all think we finna go chase down rappers and their paperwork, and we're finna go to the goddamn court building and call in to the feds and do all, that's what we don't care about, nigga. So yeah, we'll watch, we'll react, but at the end of the day, listen, man, we don't give a fuck. It ain't gonna stop what we got going. And obviously the niggas who getting told on ain't stopping the niggas who they accusing of telling. So who the fuck cares at this point? Like, do something if y'all gonna do something about it. But otherwise, it just seems like everybody just saying, oh, you're this, you're that, you're this, and you're not doing nothing about it. So what's the point? Like, shut the fuck up. All right, do something. That's what it boiled down to. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. How should we react to these old people who go on TikTok and put out these theories, these conspiracy theories on our culture? Here comes Black Power P, y'all. I'm about to bring it out. Hey, how should we feel about that, man? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section, man. Let me know if y'all think Jeezy did it or if he didn't do it. Do you care? Let me know that too. And shout out to Blue Da Vinci, man. Shout out to Jeezy. Shout out to everybody in this moment, man. Make sure y'all leave a comment. Smash the like button. I'm going to give you 2 seconds right now. Smash the like button. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. Yep. That's what they don't understand, bro. You do all that, you come out, we don't care. We're going... And I say that openly, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit only matters. And this is what people don't make clear. It only matters when it affects you or somebody close to you that you love. That's when we really care. And that's just the honest goddamn truth. That's the only time we care. If it don't affect us or somebody we love, we don't give a fuck, man. We don't give a fuck. And that's real. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to say, oh, he's a bitch, he's a snitch, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, we're going to, as soon as we finish done talking about it, we don't give a shit. And that's what it boiled down to. And y'all the same way as viewers. There's so much shit y'all see that y'all don't digest. Y'all watch it, y'all react to it, but y'all don't digest it because y'all don't care. It's just like, oh, this is good for the moment. You know, it's pacifying me right now because I'm bored. You know what I'm saying? That's what all this YouTube shit, a lot of the shit you care about, some situations that happen within you care about, but you can't possibly care about every fucking thing that goes on in somebody else's life when you have your own life to fucking live. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck what he got going. I got my own shit to worry about. I got my own shit to worry about, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here. I got nigga life issues. I got motherfucking family shit. My kids over here, nigga, well, I ain't got no time to worry about if Young Jeezy's a snitch. That nigga rich, man. He good. How the fuck can we get some money like Jeezy? Let's talk about that. I'd rather you break that news on the internet. How can somebody get money like Young Jeezy? How can somebody get money like Pooh Shiesty? What do we got to do to get some goddamn 100,000 millions, all that? Tell the people that. That's the information that people digest. If right now, if it was a nigga on the internet saying, hey, guess what, Spider-Man? Guess what, Tina Baby? Guess what, Christopher? D777? Guess what, JC007? Here's how you can make $100,000 in 3 days, legit and for real, not just me saying the shit. And you can actually listen to it, digest what he's saying, and then you actually make $100,000 in 3 days. That's who you're going to listen to. That's who I care about. Like, nigga, tell me that. Tell me that secret, because guess what? All this is just pacifying my boredness. Me sitting here listening to a story from 2005 and not, like, even by these reactions, I'm going to react to them. They're interesting to me, but I don't sit here and fucking cut off the computer and I be worrying about it and thinking about it. It don't go no further than when I cut this stream off, man. Like, it's all good. Unless it's just some super interesting real life shit. Like something that's going to affect, nigga, my family. Something that's going to affect me. Like, other than that, nigga, like, shit, fuck that. You know what I mean? I got a mortgage, bro. I got real shit going on. Hey, shout out Samoa, Summertown Rolex 3, man. Appreciate you, man. Shout out Lady N. What's up, Lady N? How you doing? Leon W, what's going on, man? Sid the kid that did. What's going on with you, man? How y'all doing, man? Osh, what's happening? Leon W. I see y'all. Hey, yeah, man. So, okay, we are 3 reactions in, man. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? We got to celebrate. We have to celebrate right now. Clap it up in the chat. Because the page, this is my 3rd time doing episode 6. My 3rd time. I got zapped the first time. I got zapped the second time. And this time we're still going. Clap it the fuck up. Clap it the fuck up. We still going, y'all. I think we gonna make it. I think we gonna make it all the way with this episode. We are so far so good. Let's not jinx it. We are almost there, y'all. Aces in the motherfucking chat, man. What if this shit gets zapped right now? Like, zap, like, oh, we almost made it, bruh. Hey, Papa E, what's going on with you, my boy? Real Ace Pit, you know what I mean? Ace Pit nigga in the motherfucking chat, man. What's happening? Hey, all right, cool. Was there one more? What was it? Tim Westwood. Do I want to react to that right now? Y'all want to react to it? Let me know in the chat. Drop some aces and popcorn if y'all want to react to this Tim Westwood. You know what I'm saying? This he got 4 allegations of grape, accused of 4 grape cases. And he was one of the niggas that everybody was going to. ASAP, Rocky, Drake. I mean, shit, who else? You can name whoever. They was going over there to the UK to rap on Tim Westwood to do his show. And right now, he's in a shithole. He's in a shithole right now. He fucked up, y'all. All right, y'all want to react to it? Aces in the chat. Aces in the chat. Let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's go. Y'all rocking with me, and I'm rocking with y'all. This is 1090 pun, nigga. Oh, man. Y'all niggas is crazy. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's fuck with it, man. Fuck it.
Age don't matter to them. So.
All right, this is a 25-minute banger, y'all. 25-minute banger. Let's do it. All right, y'all. We back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. This one is the dark reality behind Tim Westwood. He is currently in a deep, deep pickle right now, y'all. 4 allegations. Let's unpack this. Let's see what's going on. The dark reality. Was he living a secret life right in front of our face, and we still was sending all our artists over to the UK to go on his platform and blow his platform up, all the while he had all kind of shit going on in our face? I just cussed, but I'm gonna zap that out.
Age don't matter to them, so, you know, why?
This guy knows where Diddy is. Where's Diddy? I don't know. Yes, you do know. Tell us, where's Diddy at? Where's Diddy? We need to know Diddy. I'm a big dog.
Yo, baby, you don't have to put your top back on.
A man that grew up well off, whose father was a bishop, screaming big dog and calling every girl he meets baby and talks with American accents, something was a bit off, but we never thought it was this dark.
They have charged the former BBC Radio DJ Tim Westwood with 4 counts of rape, 9 counts of indecent assault.
Even when I made the video to Tim Westwood's situation, which got a lot of traction, it was still just a situation and rumours in the air, but now he's been charged. Where did this all go wrong for Tim Westwood, and what is the dark reality behind him? You will find out in this video.
UK rap doesn't get much love on the radio or on the TV, so like grateful of this opportunity for you to come up and do your thing for real, you know what I'm saying? No doubt. We got all the UK eyes representing and putting in the work.
Back in the late 1970s, early 1980s, Tim Westwood begins DJing at Northwest London clubs. He was a Walmart for a reggae DJ. He starts building his reputation.
Bro, this is a creepy looking... When you think of a DJ, this is not... When you think of a DJ, this is not what you think right here. All right.
In the black music scenes despite his background being a white man. Now, he creates and presents the BBC Open Space documentary, Bad Meaning Good on hip-hop culture, and gains further visibility on ITV's Night Network with Ensign Radio and the Rap Show, positioning him in the early UK hip-hop scene. He joined Capital Radio in the 1980s and hosts shows interviewing emerging artists. A young Will Smith, and established himself as a gatekeeper who could make or break careers in the UK black music scene. He then gets a job in 1994 at BBC Radio 1 and hosts the first national broadcast rap show. It was called The Rap Show. He moves to Radio 1 Extra in 2009 for drive time interviews. Icons like Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, Eminem are household names. Or in his show, he's even on MTV's Pimp My Ride UK between 2005 and 2007.
It's your boy Westwood back with a brand new series of Pimp My Ride UK. Now my man Minus is a parking warden but an aspiring video director. But his joint is killing him. We need to turn this ride from low budget to blockbuster.
Back then we didn't have the internet and a range of videos to look through, so Tim Westwood was forced down everyone's throats by getting a massive backing with MTV UK, and some people enjoyed this series of him fixing up cars.
Baby, why are you putting plastic on top of plastic? They use the spin block.
I never knew they had a Pimp My Ride UK, so he was basically what Exhibit was to the US. I didn't even know that. I never knew that.
You want to see it spin? 10 rides! I'll pay money for that!
And presents at festivals, Wildest, and dominates the UK black music scene for over 20 years. He had some hiccups along the way. In 1999, he was shot and injured along with an assistant in Kennington, South London, after DJing in Lambeth. The gunman on a motorbike fire at his Range Rover, and Westwood blames local gang threats over his neighborhood shows and recovers and continues his career.
You know what? I'm just off the rip gonna say he kind of gives, I ain't gonna say kind of gives, just outside looking in, I'm gonna say he probably was a gatekeeper like a motherfucker. Because why is somebody like this running the UK rap scene? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you look at like our radio guys, we got like, you know what I'm saying? We got Big Boy. We got all these motherfuckers like Funkmaster Flex. We got, how the fuck is he running the rap scene? The biggest for 20 years. How? I don't know.
Someone in a motorcycle pulled up and just started shooting into your car?
I mean, basically, so we was coming out of the park, driving along, some bike pulled up, shot into the car. I was driving, so like one came in, we went out.
Do you have any idea what that was over?
Yeah, just like me mistaking that we was calm. There was a lot of shit going on at that time in South London. I'd sorted out my situations and I was good. But then it wasn't good. Because the guy I was calm with got killed. I still thought it was calm because I was good with him. I made a misjudgment. Shit happens and, you know.
Tried to chip that nigga.
What can I say? I didn't snitch then, I ain't gonna snitch now.
Oh, no. I didn't snitch then. I ain't gonna snitch. You're not a gang member, brother. Oh, you talking like you a street nigga. Oh, I see what's going on. Oh, you're one of those guys. Oh, you're one of those guys that think you're from the coach, that think you're street. Ha, I get what's going on now. Okay, so he's Adam. He's basically Adam 22. I see what's going on. Oh, you think you're the coacher. I'm not going to snitch, and I ain't snitched in. I ain't going to snitch. Oh, okay.
Okay. So you knew who did it, but you didn't cooperate with the police.
No.
And the police came and questioned you, of course.
Yes.
And you just told them, no comment.
It was hidden and pushed to the side at the time, but between 1992 and 2017, 7 black women later accused Tim Westwood of sexual misconduct, groping during photos at clubs, exposing himself, and non-consensual sex after luring women aged 17 to 20 with promises of a music career or to help with BBC work experience. Incidents span in UK locations, and women report fearing disbelief due to age, race, and his influence, and there was no formal complaint at the time. There was a situation between 1995 and 1996. He's accused of raping and indecently assaulting a woman between the ages of 17 and 18 in central London. Between 2000 and 2001, accused of raping and indecently assaulting a woman ages 17 and 18 again. These are young women.
What? What's up with bruh? 17 to 18? So he has a type. He has a type, 17 to 18. He's staying in that range. He's a creep. This nigga's a creep. Catching him out of high school or whatever, young. Promise him dreams. Allegedly, all this is going on. Does he fit that? Looking at him, does he give you creep vibes? Somebody that can fit these allegations, these accusations. Does he look like someone who would do such a thing? In your opinion, let me know in the comment section.
2004 and 2007, there were reports of potential sexual assault on a Radio 1 guest, a former staff member. The Sun witnesses Westwood propositioning a 15-year-old girl at a nightclub. BBC got a tip-off about this, but there was no action. One complaint referred to the police, but then no charges. He didn't think highly of women because there were multiple BBC staff members reporting misogynistic remarks that were sexualized comments about women's bodies on air and harassment, leaving team members upset and in tears. And he had perceived favoritism from the BBC controllers. Complaints sidelined and not escalated. How the hell was Tim Westwood at 1.4?
This is really Adam, good. Oh God, he's the UK Adam. Oh my God, I never like did a deep dive on Tim Westwood to see. All I saw was those freestyle videos. I never cared, didn't give a fuck. All I saw was those freestyle videos, but I didn't know he was doing like all this shit and thinking he a street nigga out there and throwing clubs and up on stage humping the girls, and nigga was out of pocket. Oh, he thought he was one of us. He thought he was I mean, you know, like, okay, all right. Now it's making sense. Guilty. Guilty.
Million subscribers. That's 1 million more than this channel. He's really put in the work. But in all seriousness, he's had Eminem on there. He's had Juice WRLD. He's had some top artists, even the UK guys like Skepta, Snoop Dogg, all the biggest stars in the world. When you come to the UK, you'll be tapping into Tim Westwood. He had massive influence in the UK. And his character was very bizarre, often talking like he was American. And he addressed this in a Vlad interview.
No, but I mean,
I've lived through it once. I don't want to live through it again.
But you know, I mean, I'm as well as you. I'm a white person in hip hop, so I get my fair share of criticism in terms of what I do, in terms of how I do it. And you being, you know, very prominent in the UK scene, and you're the most prominent name in there, and you present yourself in a certain type of way. You hear people criticizing the way you talk, your mannerisms,
but
everything else like that.
The way you talk, my brother, it's like...
Listen, as much as we're going to criticize Tim Westwood and raise the red flags around him and also talk about the case that he is now involved in, this guy is definitely a massive fan of hip-hop. You can't really call him a culture vulture. This guy's got garages full of CDs that I've seen that he owns. This guy's really been a massive fan of the culture, but he explains to Vlad why he talks this way.
Did you see how he just gave him clearance for why he can't be called a culture vulture? He can't be called a culture vulture. He got tons of CDs. What? So now you're accepted in the culture? You're from our culture? Not because you was born in it. Not because you was sworn in it. Not because you came up in the streets of where we come from and the shit we do and just because you got a gang of CDs. You got a gang of CDs, so you're for the culture. Come on. Not saying that. I'm just saying, not saying he's not, or I don't know his backstory, where he was raised at, who he was raised with. I'm just saying the guy who's narrating his take on why he gets clearance, that was a funny take. Oh, because he got a gang of CDs.
I live this, man. Right. This is me, man. This is what I do. It's like one of the greatest newsreaders was Trevor Phillips. He used to read the news for the news at 10. And he was like a Jamaican of Jamaican descent, but he read it in like a real correct English accent. He didn't read it like a yardie. He didn't go, wow, man, it's the 10 o'clock news, what guan. He didn't talk crazy like that. He talked like a newsreader should talk.
Yeah.
I'm a friggin' hip-hop DJ. How am I meant to talk?
I agree.
Like, how am I meant to rip down a club? Am I meant to sound like anything different?
Obviously, everyone puts on a little bit of a persona on camera. He has these weird slang words that are like old school American that he still uses today. But in his day-to-day life, he might just talk normally and apply it. The old footage of him is completely different, even his persona.
Not this president. Revival pressure from the Wilson Dodgers. The Ensign Rap Show, coolin' and a rulin'.
What the fuck?
No right turns, no left turns, just straight ahead to the firing line as we distress the session to the TOP.
Obviously, over the years, people.
This nigga, okay, so he was talking. Okay, I'm learning more about Tim Westwood as we go. Again, all I knew him for was them freestyles. I never listened to his show a full hour, 2 hours. I never watched a full interview. I just know them freestyles. That's why I know Tim Westwood. I didn't know this was his whole swag, his whole get down.
Will change. Someone might go for a more corporate style and then obviously put things into their arsenal DJing that suits them more. And he developed into this bizarre character I can't really describe of how the UK view him.
And I mean, really repping Birmingham. I mean, yeah, sorry, the trap phone is ringing. Can I just have a look at your trap phone?
Yo, nigga, you the police? Nigga, you the police?
Trap phone is here, baby.
Nigga, you the police?
I mean, if you really, if you need to go and make that sale, we can wait.
No,
Seriously, if you need to just go chop it up for a minute, we're fine. We're here, baby. We're time. Do you know what I mean? Break a little something off for me while you're there.
What? Oh, y'all not lying. This is dead ass. This is dead ass where bruh get his swag from. This is dead ass where he get his swag from.
So
Adam gets his swag from Tim Westwood. That's crazy.
Before I end this segment on his accent, there was something really funny that I forgot to discuss in all the videos. That Dizzy Rascal said it and a few other people said that Ali G, which is a UK film of a corny, chavvy type guy, it was a very big hit back in the day. They based the character off Tim Westwood and you can see the similarities in the way they speak.
Check it, I is in South Central LA to meet ex-gang member Alejandro Alonso to talk about guns and tin. Check it. So how many gang members is there in the whole of LA?
Well, according to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, for 1998, there were about 150,000 gang members.
Respect. We've only got 8 in the West End's massive. 8 people in the West End's massive.
He's not even an accurate representation, especially nowadays, of how people speak. Like, if you ask anyone in the industry, anyone that dealt with him, Tim Westwood's just Tim Westwood. He's a bit out there. But people, because he was the most popular DJ at one point, were thinking this is what all British people sound like.
And like it's like hip-hop quotables, like the prison pillows give me spots.
Pillows
like
giving me spots, you know.
That's so fly, fam. That's real life shit, man. Yo, you sound like you're a sufferer, man.
You know the thing already.
It sounds like you.
Your breath stinks. Just shut up.
Been through that sufferation, man. You've been in the belly of the beast.
Nah, it's mad. We're loading though, man. Watch out next year. You know the thing.
Yo,
at me, you know.
Yo, your heat from nowhere.
But there was a darker side to Tim Westwood. 2010, accused of raping a woman in her 20s in London and sexually assaulting another in her 20s in Strode. There was a first media tip-off back in 2012 that Sun contacts Radio 1 about inappropriate relations with young girls. Twitter allegations flagged to HR but dismissed without an investigation.
Wow. So in 2012, somebody hit HR and it got swept under the rug. So these are outstanding charges and accusations, and they were sweeping it under the rug, y'all. They wasn't holding him accountable because he was probably making the company a lot of money, and that shit would fuck up the ratings, it would fuck up the show, it would fuck up the views, it would fuck up everything. So hey, shh. No. Just act like you. Hey, look, if they call again, don't answer that shit. Screen that motherfucker.
In 2013, he departs Radio 1 Extra after nearly 20 years. No formal complaints were recorded by the BBC at the time, and joins Capital Extra, Capital FM's sister station, for weekend hip-hop shows, expanding from 7 o'clock to 11 o'clock slots. He was still continuing with his stuff in 2016.
Wow.
He was accused of sexually assaulting a woman in her 20s in Finchley, North London. In 2020, women post online about Westwood's behaviour. Sniffing around uni dorms, he denies fabricated allegations and makes a statement to Mail Online claiming no official complaints in 40 years. Across the years, I don't think I've ever seen Tim Westwood with one girlfriend, not in a picture, at a premiere, not a wife, nothing. He's clearly promiscuous and always out partying, which is fine, each to their own. That I do not have a problem with. There's various videos you can see where he's out of it. The thing I have a problem with is him talking to the youngsters like he's not approaching 70 years old. There was an interview of a rapper asking him if he's smashing the girls in the video. It's just a bit concerning when you're approaching these ages.
From like no. Hey, what was this nigga name? Lil Mousy? Cause he got an allegation too, didn't he? Didn't Lil Mousy? That's Lil Mousy, right? I believe he got found. Did Lil Mousy get found guilty? Let me say allegedly. Let me see, Lil Mousy. Let me see something. I remember that rapper. He was from like Portland or some shit. Lil Mousy, or some shit like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Let me see something. Bruh. Oh, he was found not guilty. Okay. See, that's why I said, let me say allegedly. In 2023, he was found not guilty. Okay.
It's onwards, man. A lot of hot women.
Got to. I mean, I'll be talking about it. Got to put them in there.
Exactly.
Got to fill them in. Yeah.
I mean, the one in the trailer for Certified Hitmaker, was that all natural?
I'm not sure. She was looking bad, though.
Are you smashing?
Of course.
Oh, my days,
Of course.
fam. My days.
Yeah.
My days, sorry.
I'll be
It's the
going
Pope
outside
Catholic.
if I was coming out here and not fucking nothing. Like, that don't make no sense. I gotta be. Nah, yeah. So.
But Shorty's a similar age?
All ages. It don't really matter. However they, if they bad, they bad.
Awkward. That's an awkward answer, young man. You need some PR training. You need some media training, brother. That was a terrible answer. Are you smashing? All ages, as long as they look bad. That's not the answer you want to say, brother.
I'm gonna tap in.
Living life to the fullest, man.
Age don't matter to them, so, wildin'.
Oh, what? What? These is two creepy ass niggas. This is a creepy conversation right here.
Yeah. They're winning, family.
Yeah, so this book gives me chills. Age doesn't matter is what this guy says on his show, but he's young. And Tim Westwood, oh yeah, I've been telling everybody age doesn't matter. Look how he reacts and he gets so excited when this guy agrees with his stance on. We're not even talking about the case, we're just talking about how this guy deals with women in general.
Living life to the fullest, man.
Age don't matter to them, so, wildin'.
Yeah. They're winning, family. Living life to the fullest, man.
Age don't matter to them, so, wildin'. Yeah.
They're winning, family.
I've played this clip before and you guys have seen this interview numerous times, but this is important context to the story. Mike Righteous, who exposed him years ago, has said he's synonymous with liking girls young. We're not even talking about under the age of 16, we're just talking about a massive age disparity, and we're not talking about either what is legal or non-legal here, we're just talking about Tim liking younger women in general.
And even then, like, Westwood was synonymous with this rumor that he just liked them young, bro. Like, yeah. I mean, you can sit here and say, yeah, allegedly, but it was just wherever he went, there was this sort of stench of there's this guy, Tim Westwood, and yeah, he's definitely creepy. Like, he's definitely like some young, and also like he come down to my manor a few times, Margate. He come here and he performed. He done a few DJ sets, and he were doing under 18s venues, and like leaving with groups of chicks.
He said that nigga's almost 70 years old. Did y'all catch when he said that? How old is Tim Westwood? He said almost 70 years old.
After this news come out recently, Mike Righteous has put up a few tweets. Basically, when it broke, he said, imagine everybody acting like they didn't know. Someone said, what did you do to stop him? He said, more than anyone else, which is true. And someone said, re-release Sack City, the diss track he made on Tim Westwood on YouTube.
Dog, he's 68 years old. This nigga is 68 years old, bro. I thought they was trolling. This old ass nigga talking about little girls and they 70 years old, bro, running hip hop for the last 20 years. Running UK hip hop for the last, y'all had a nigga at 60, 50 running y'all hip hop shit talking about he's the coolest nigga. That's a gatekeeper, bro. What are you doing at 60 years old controlling what's hot in hip hop in the UK? Man, get your ass out the way and go sit your ass down in one of them convalescent homes, boy. The fuck? You over here in the clubs DJing at 60 years old. Why are you DJing in the club at 60, bro? This nigga's a creep.
YouTube right now, and he said consider it done. It weren't just Mike Righteous exposing him, it was numerous women in a BBC Three documentary. April 26, 2022, BBC Three, produced by The Changers and The Guardian, a joint investigation airs 6 women, all black, detailed predatory acts from 1992 to 2017, including assaults at his home after music meetings, groping at clubs, and the documentary highlights his power imbalance as a white DJ in black music. Westwood denies all these claims, and BBC calls the claims shocking, but finds no prior formal complaints, and he steps down from Capital Extra. The same year, BBC Three airs hip-hop's open secret, Tim Westwood. 10 more women accuse him, including one called Esther, alleging sex at 14, and he's in his 30s at the time in the 1990s. A total of 18 women by now, and she describes him as a predator and links it to later suicide attempt. There was 5 different stories in this Tim Westwood documentary that BBC had made. It said in the first one, a 19-year-old woman inspiring to break into the music industry arranged to meet Westwood to discuss potential opportunities, believing it was a professional interaction tied to the BBC Radio 1 or 1 Extra work. She suspected meeting in a public or professional setting, but Westwood allegedly offered to drive to her home, framing it as a continuation of their discussion. Once there, she claimed he exposed himself.
Creep. I'm gonna just come meet you at your house and then get there and you want to expose yourself. Like, bro, what? How the fuck do all this shit go under the rug? That's why it's like the Diddy situation. It's like, y'all hear all these stories, all these years, people call in, HR, complain, go to courts, go to all this shit. They sweep it under the rug, and then 30 years down the line, 20 years down the line, they put it all together and roll it all back out for the people. And now we're going to put pressure on you. I feel like that's money play, because now that you don't work for us no more, nigga, now we're on this side. When you work for us, we're on that side. We're on the same side as you. So we're going to cover up everything that comes your way. We got you. Because you're our bitch. You're our workhorse. We got you. But as soon as we're done with you, brother, best believe we're finna take all this shit we've been covering up and we're going to put a bag behind making sure it all comes out. That's what the fuck be happening, bro.
And initiated non-consensual sexual activity, leaving her feeling powerless due to his status. The documentary highlighted how Westwood's reputation as a gatekeeper could make or break careers in the UK hip-hop scene, and created a power imbalance, making it difficult for her to resist or report the incident. She felt pressured to comply and protect her aspirations, a recurring theme among accusers. The incident, dated within the 1992-2017 timeline, underscored how Westwood allegedly used his BBC affiliation to lure young women under the pretense of a career advancement. The second story was about groping on nights out. 3 women reported similar experiences of unwanted touching during Westwood's DJ events, which were popular in the UK music scene and often tied to his BBC persona. One woman in her late...
Hey, was that Meg Thee Stallion? That nigga is really 68 years old, y'all. That just fucked me up. This nigga is 68 years old, bro. And he just retired. Like, what was that, 3 years ago? So a couple years ago. So I mean, while everybody was going over there doing freestyles with this nigga, he's 60 years old. He's 55 years old. Damn.
18 or early 20s described a night where Westwood was performing. After the set, she approached him for a photo, a common fan interaction at these events with him, and she alleged that during the photo, Westwood groped her by sliding his hands inside her clothing without consent, and that she described as sudden and shocking, and 2 other women shared similar stories. Noted that Westwood exploited the chaotic, crowded environment on nights out to engage in opportunistic touching, relying on his celebrity status to avoid immediate confrontation. These situations were also between the 1992-2017 period and painted a picture of Westwood leveraging his fame at his DJ gigs to target women, particularly black women who are fans or inspiring artists. Story 3 is about a 14-year-old girl. One woman alleges that Westwood initiated a sexual relationship with her when she was 14 while he was in his 30s. The encounter began at a South London club, a venue where Westwood
14 years old.
Frequently DJ'd and mingled with fans and inspiring artists. She described the relationship as grooming. Not sure why a 14-year-old was in the club, noting that Westwood used his charisma and industry clout to build trust, presenting himself as a mentor who could help her navigate the music world. The power dynamic was struck with a teenager. She was impressionable and saw Westwood as a celebrity with connections to global hip-hop stars through his BBC shows. The documentary framed it as deliberate exploitation of youth and ambition, with the women later realizing the predatory nature of the relationship, and was particularly shocking.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. So this goes back to what I just said 5 minutes ago. Working for the company, and now we finna turn on you. The nigga worked for BBC Radio all these years, pause. He works for the radio station, for the company all these years, and then I just realized the expose of all the women, they put out a documentary about the dark side of them. It was through BBC. So the company you work for, in return, put out an expose exposing these women that you allegedly did all this sex essay and grape and all that too. That's dark, bro. Damn.
Due to her age and the prolonged nature of the alleged interactions, raising questions about how such behaviour went unchecked in the industry. The fourth story, a 20-year-old woman who was attending one of Westwood's student night clubs alleged that he invited her to a hotel room at 20 years old, presented as an opportunity to discuss music or networking. These events were part of Westwood's brand, attracting young crowds, including students and aspiring artists. Once in the hotel room, she claims Westwood committed a non-consensual oral assault, exploiting the private setting and her trust in professional intentions. A documentary emphasized...
Uh-oh, that's a cold combo right there. That's a cold combo, y'all. This picture ain't gonna age right. They gonna use this picture. Diddy and Tim Westwood together, they gonna use this picture, especially with all this story. What just happened with Diddy and this story coming out on him?
Again, him exploiting.
Damn.
And the fifth story, another accuser who was 16 at the time alleged that she entered a relationship with Westwood unaware of his true intentions, and he was in his 40s. She met him through music events where he had an approachable image that resonated with teenage fans. The relationship, when she initially perceived as consensual, was later recognized as exploitative due to her age gap between her and Westwood and failing to disclose his own age. Only when she discovered years later, the documentary used the story to illustrate a broader pattern of Westwood constantly targeting younger women and eventually taking advantage of them. July 2022, a Freedom of Information request revealed 6 historical BBC complaints of bullying/sexual misconduct. One referred to the police, and the BBC appoints a woman called Gemma Y for an independent probe into Westwood's handlings at the company. Metropolitan Police launched an inquiry into non-recent sexual offences between 1982 to 2016 after the documentary. Westwood interviewed under caution multiple times starting in March 2023. But because Tim Westwood is not directly in the spotlight now, obviously stepped down from Capital, it wasn't a major story. People was covering it, but it wasn't getting a lot of attention. And Tim Westwood was spotted out in public a few times. You can clearly see as you watch this video on your screen right now that this man was going through it because he was being dragged in for questioning repeatedly about all these accusations. The Met Police hands the case to the Crown Prosecution Service for charging decision in 2024, and Westwood denies wrongdoing in a social media video of a woman confronted. I posted this video so many years ago now when she initially confronted him, and every comment, if I go back, was defending Tim Westwood, saying this woman come across crazy and that she was making stuff up. Obviously, it was just a random encounter what happened.
So why do you think it's always been okay to sexually assault black women?
Face, please.
What? Do you think that we're less than? Do you think we're not worth it?
All black women too. That was another key point they said. Every woman has been black that these accusations is on. Golly. This dude is a creep. I'm surprised, man. I'm not surprised. They let so much go by in the entertainment world. As long as you're benefiting them, they'll cover up anything. They'll cover up the wildest allegations on you. The stories that be circulating that the streets know, they will cover up. They will turn a cheek the other way, Paul. Like they will turn and not look at this shit. And then as soon as they're done with you, they spit you out. Here we go. Get ready for the avalanche. All the shit for to come back at you full. Like, you better be ready. So if you one of them creeps in business that's working for these companies and they looking out for you, just know when you get fired, laid off, whatever, it's all for to come back for you, man.
We're not worth it. Don't call me baby. Don't call me baby.
It's all false allegations.
Okay, can you explain why it's false allegations?
It's all false allegations.
Tim Westwood.
Sorry?
Sorry?
It's all false allegations.
Yeah, so you've never touched underage black girls. Allow it. Who are you talking about? Allow it. Who are you?
Allow me.
Don't allow you what? Do you think it's been alright to harass and sexually assault black women?
I've never done that.
You've never done that?
Never done that.
So where did them stories come from then?
They're all false allegations.
False allegations?
Period.
So they were lying?
Period.
Yeah?
And I will prove that.
So when are you going to prove it?
As soon as I get my opportunity and trust, I'm ready.
Because haven't you...
Imagine being 68 years saying period when somebody asks you, period. Oh my God. This nigga's 68 years old.
You've been arrested recently?
No, I haven't been arrested, please. Allow it, allow it.
Don't allow me, bruv.
Allow it.
Yeah? So you didn't do it then?
Now, in February 25th, 2025, a 174-page report details considerable body of evidence of bullying, misogyny, and 22 public allegations, only 2 from the 2022 probe, and finds no widespread BBC knowledge of predatory sex, but criticised the sideline complaints and missed patterns. BBC apologises for the missed opportunities. The Director General, Tim Davie, calls it shocking, and Westwood does not participate.
Nah, y'all knew about it.
Or predation. October 9th, 2025, he's been charged with 4 counts of rape, 9 indecent assaults, 2 sexual assaults against 7 women aged 17 plus, 1983 to 2016.
Damn.
Due in Westminster Magistrates Court on November 10th/11th, the CPS says it's serious sexual offences, congratulates the courageous women. Tim Westwood's X account gets deleted amid the backlash. This guy won the 2010 Radio Academy Award for Outstanding Contribution to UK Music, recognising his hip-hop legacy, and multiple mobile awards for Best Radio DJ, 2004 and 2005. 2016, he got the Legacy Award at JRM Daily Rated Award, celebrating his influence on urban music. It's just a bizarre transition that he's made in his life from where he comes from to where he got to winning these awards. This guy was born in East Anglia, England, and
33 years
school in Norwich before switching to a state secondary school. He's actually the son of Bill Westwood, a prominent bishop, the former bishop of Peterborough, and his early mentor was a man called Ken Suttle, a club owner who became a billionaire. Westwood credits him for kickstarting his DJ career. Apparently, he's moved to Lagos, Nigeria after the 2022 documentary, where he's continued to have a low-profile DJing and making media appearances. It cost the BBC and Gemma White $3.3 million to have the investigation into it.
This is crazy because somebody made a point. I mean, he said a good point. He said in all these years of Tim Westwood being on radio, 33 years, whatever the case, there's no pictures of him with no women. Like, what the fuck is that about? Like, where's your girl? You ain't had a girlfriend in a 33-year span, brother? You ain't had a wife 33-year span? You're 68 years old. You ain't had a wife, you ain't had a girlfriend, you ain't got nothing. But then there's accusations going back to the 90s, 2000s, 2010s, of you groping little girls and touching on little girls. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, but 7. That's crazy. I mean, that's what makes it look wild, bro. If it's fitting, it's very fitting.
Estimated net worth apparently online of $13 million as of 2025 from radio, TV, and his endorsements, though legal fees and lost gigs have impacted it. Right now, this is early in the case. He has not had the right to a fair trial. There's a chance that he could show his side and things can be looked at differently. But regardless, people are now saying that he's been a predator in the industry. The likes of Jimmy Savile and Diddy is who he's being compared to already. But I'll let you guys know what is happening with the court case as it proceeds and all the other situations around a trial. The main question everyone has is why now? Why so many years of this abuse allegedly happening? He's about to have a court case for, and just now is it going to court? This guy's always been protected. He worked for the BBC, which are government-funded media, a massive establishment in the UK. Then he worked at Capital, have massive influence over all different parts of the radio world. Another a massive company.
This shit is crazy. Same shit that is R. Kelly, Diddy. Why now? Why now? Y'all know why now, man, because they're not playing ball no more, nigga. So now we gotta get them the fuck up out of here, because we ain't even trying to pay these niggas. Damn, man. All these motherfuckers are turning out to be creeps, bro. Like all these motherfuckers who are quote-unquote hip-hop legends. You know what I'm saying? I would crush my soul if Master P, like some crazy allegations like this came out of Master P. Like these are like Diddy shit. You've been hearing Diddy allegations since the 90s. But his shit was always like gay allegations. You know what I mean? You always heard gay shit. And then come to find out that he was licking man's, you know what I mean, juices off of women. Like, and it turned out to be true. So it's like you've been hearing this shit for years. I ain't never heard no shit on Master P, but I was like, damn, bro, like this nigga here, I don't really know him, but I know he was big out there. Tim Westwood, he was the nigga everybody was going to go rap on his show. And look, he just as bad as everybody else, bro. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. The people that be in the game, man, and that they cover for, and they let do all this wild shit, and they know that they're doing it only to like wash their hands of them and then act like they didn't know nothing when it's all said and done. I didn't know.
Turning over almost 1 billion per year behind it. To top it all off at the end of this, looking through stuff about Tim Westwood, you would not believe that this guy was talking about the Diddy parties and how wild they are.
I met you, you was doing the internship, you used to spend at those early parties, you used to run around bare-chested, shaven heads, and their whole thing was tipping champagne over themselves in the middle of the dance floor. There was a pool. It was the craziest thing I have ever seen.
And we're about to bring that back. Right now I'm in the gym working out. I'm about to bring that back.
By some...
I got a fat ass and some thick thighs. You know, every man love that.
Any plans to marry any of the baby mamas?
These motherfuckers was creeps.
Oh, yeah, you never know. You know what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, you know, you never know. I mean, a lot of people ask me the marriage thing, and it's just something that, you know.
Wow, bro.
On the topic of American rappers, this guy fully conquered the US scene. Obviously, when you have the BBC's backing, a massive establishment, when people come to the UK, they're going to tap in with that DJ, and Tim Westwood was that guy. With Eminem, with 50 Cent, with Drake, with every big US artist that come over here, they know who Westwood is. This is why this has become such a massive story.
You know, I don't really feel pressure as much as y'all can ask me, because I ain't going to get married till I feel it's right. So I want to ask you some questions since we backstage. We want to do some things that are different. Also, who's the hottest in the world, excluding me, because I don't want to put you under pressure, excluding me, who's the hottest in the world right now to you right now?
I mean, let me just tidy this up right now, straight on the realness. This is the greatest. Yeah. He's the one who...
Straight on the realness. My boy, you are 50 years old, bro. You don't got to try to talk cool. You don't got to try to talk hip, my boy. Straight on the realness. My nigga, you are 60 years. Oh.
Made it a lifestyle brand. This is the man who made it a party.
Thank you.
He put it into the...
We'll just see Diddy's recent sentence, and Tim Westwood might end up with more time behind bars than Diddy even got himself right now. So this is an ongoing investigation right now. There is nothing that's been proven. We mainly cover the stuff in a BBC Free documentary. There's various allegations I made a video on just recently. You guys can watch that as well. But I'll let you guys know in another part to this. It'll be like a third segment on this video.
All right, y'all. Hold on, matter of fact, let me go back.
An ongoing investigation right now. There is nothing that's been proven.
All right. Nothing that's been proven. Hey, listen, man. They are doing a cleanup, man. 2025 has been a year of exposure. It has been a year of exposure. Everybody's getting exposed. All the greats, the quote-unquote legends, the quote-unquote gatekeepers and key holders of the industry, they coming for y'all. They coming to take you niggas out and get you niggas out the paint. You know what I'm saying? So this shit right here, I had no high or low expectations of the bruh, because all I knew him from was the freestyle video. So learning that this guy has been in the game this long and there has been accusations as well, similar to Diddy. I'm saying as far as accusations, not the same accusations, but that they existed for over 30 years, that there was talks of him being this way and doing this thing to girls and even being taken to HR, being taken to his company and them sweeping it under the rug and not saying nothing. And then when it's all said and done, wipe their hands and act like they knew nothing. And that's the fucked up part about this shit, that so many women out here are getting fucked over and taken advantage of by these creeps in power. And then once it's all said and done and 30 years have gone by, they have to now be able to take on what they told in the 90s or the early 2000s and now be ready. And they probably trying to put that behind them and don't want to talk about it. They probably, and they got to relive that shit. Now they probably got kids and family and they got to, it's like Cassie and her husband. Like that had to be hell, like sitting there in a courtroom hearing about what your wife and this dude was doing. And especially at the magnitude of those levels of stories of what they was doing. Like imagine having to sit in court and really hear that, your wife was over here fucking, male prostitutes, every city they stopped at. It's over with, bro. Baby, I can't look at you the same no more. It's over with. But I'm just saying it's been creeps in the industry, man. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think about the industry. Let me know what y'all think about these gatekeepers who doing all this freaky shit and ain't being held accountable. Let me know in the comment section, man. What should happen here? How should this be cleaned up moving forward? What should be done? Should the motherfucking companies be held accountable? Should they be, taken down, arrested, sued? What should happen? Let me know in the comment section. You got 2 seconds to smash a like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction. All right. We did it, y'all. We did it. We knocked out all 4 reactions without getting zapped. Without getting zapped, y'all. We made it. We did a complete episode 6. This has been the hardest episode to get out because we did 3 separate ones. And on the 3rd one, we made it all the way. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Ace Pit, man. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Lady Ed, shout out to you. Nargo Arts, Chili Hendrix, Spider-Man, Osh. Yeah, Walk That Walk, Tamara. Gangland Neem. I saw Gangland Neem in here while I was streaming. Shout out Gangland Neem. Yeah, man, let me know. Let's keep these going, y'all. We're going to keep them going. What we have learned, we're going to learn from each mistake on this channel, y'all. This is what I'm going to be doing my reactions. I'm going to try to do them every day. I'm going to try to go in here every day for the next 100 days. But I've been timed out for 48 hours 2 times in a row in the last week. So we missed 4 days, 5 days type shit. So we're going to keep it going. So what we have learned is let's stay away from like the crime with guns and because both times has been for guns. For some reason, reacting to videos that have guns in it, they want to zap my page. Don't know why. Don't care. We learn from the mistakes and we move forward. So yeah, make sure y'all tapping in with the Discord. It's pinned at the bottom of every reaction. It's pinned at the bottom of every ABP Live Reactions episode in the description. Y'all make sure y'all tap the link, go to the Discord, go to Reactions tab, drop your reactions in there. Also, make sure you sub up to the channel, man. We was almost at 19K on here. Oh, wait, are we at 19K now? We had 19K subs. 19K, let's get to 20K. We're going to get it to 20K, man. We're going to keep dropping these reactions. We're going to keep going. Hey, make sure I see these reactions, man, when y'all hit the channel. Make sure y'all just go in there. Hey, real quick, smash a like, leave a comment if you can, but for sure, smash a like, share them with your friends, all that. This is shit that the Ace Pit picked. We're going to react to live with y'all. So definitely appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Have a safe night, man, and I'll see you motherfuckers tomorrow. Ace is in the motherfucking chat, man. Ace is in the chat.